Hello. Can they hear me? Your stream starting on the stream for sure. Ah, there it is. Let me hear you twice. Or not. Wait, are you sure you're not muted? Ah, never mind, never mind. I didn't say anything. Hang on. Uh, don't worry, I have asthma. God damn it. I can't make you hydrate. Oh well. Yeah, I know. It's just I have 80 channel points. uh, uh, I did have that happen to me a couple times. Mm.
The Ashborn underscore said we can't hear you, observer.
Huh? Wait, hang on. Let me open these stream. Well, I mean, they can hear me, but I don't know about you.
The Ashborn underscore said we can hear Zippy. The Ashborn.
Miken, how about Neo? How about Neo? How about Neo? How about Neo? Okay, no.
The Ashborn underscore said all good.
Amazing. Thank you, Ashborn. Thank you, Ashborn. I appreciate your input. You are all, look at this. I'm really proud of myself. I put
The
chat.
Ashborn underscore said Peepo happy.
People happy. I almost read that as PP happy.
PP also happy. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure PP is also happy. Brother. Okay. Lovely time we have with PP happy. And
The Ashborn underscore said I just joined, but yes, continue.
He just joined.
What? Oh no! The first thing you hear is PP happy. No, we didn't say anything. No,
Yeah, we didn't say anything. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. God damn it. Psychology awareness show. People comment, PP happy, PP happy.
Spans the clip button.
Exactly. God damn it. Okay. No, it's good to bring some levity to a serious conversation.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
I feel like that's one of the biggest things that a lot of people who are therapists, they just don't have that. It's like
True.
it's like you come in, you sit down. It's like, tell me about your traumatic childhood. Come on, guy. Can you just can you
Like
just
you're
can you just like let me breathe for a moment? Make a cheesy line or two before I divulge everything about how I feel about my inner turmoil, please, because that's sort of how I cope with that. Yeah. It's just like, yeah, I know a few people who tried therapy but had wrong people involved because, yeah, they do that. You come like, have you tried reliving those traumatic memories? Excuse me, I forgot them for a reason.
yeah.
It's just like they don't really go down to people's level. If that must be, if I can say that, and it's just not the best tactic. If I'm gonna be honest, it's not the best tactic.
Okay.
You gotta be level with them. That's how you got it.
Basically, you're saying we gotta be friendly.
Yeah, you gotta be. Therapist is your best friend, at least for a while, until you need them. Don't need them. Maybe after that too, but at the very least, until you don't need them anymore. They should have your best interest in mind and be your best friend. That's basically the ideal.
Yeah. Mine was really good.
Yeah.
I, but yeah, the only problem is that she was near retirement age.
Old school. Yeah, I respect people who are old school. I had a very old teacher actually. She was believe it or not, 92 and still working in the university.
Us, we had a lunch lady that was 90 something
Yeah, and
in
it's
primary
just
school.
yeah, it is just she had a very big passion for it. She had a very big
Mm,
passion for her craft, so she continued working. Obviously, you never really stop working on continue working on something you don't have any passion for, do you?
yeah,
So
agreed.
it's I feel like it's a good sign when it's an old person because that usually means they have sticked with their profession for most of their life, and
Mm,
that is a big thing. Either
yeah.
way, we are here, and honestly, I feel like it has been a long time coming. I before I start, actually, I don't think you know this because I don't. I think nobody knows this because how this show even started. It began, if I'm not mistaken, a month ago, when I was like, started talking about my own psychological things, right? Because I had a serious conversation. I like to have serious conversations sometimes in chat, between
Yeah,
saying
me too.
pee happy and everything else.
Yeah,
Serious
yeah.
conversations. And one of my regulars, if I'm not mistaken, Cyber Baboon, he was mentioned like, you know a lot of shit about this psychology thing, and I was like, oh yeah, I do. You should do a show about it. And I'm like, oh, I was like, huh.
Yeah, it's like, ah.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea actually. And
Mm.
it's from there it's just sort of spun into action, and after which I've been like requesting assistance. I'm gonna be doing actually trying to do a remix of my BGM, which is going to be like basically sounding like one of those old um, record players.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it has those relaxing vibe to it, doesn't it?
Huh. I have no clue. Like, do you mean old record, like old radio music?
No, record players. You know those little really big discs, big black
Yeah, yeah, I
discs.
know, but like I never. It's been so long since I've heard one that I don't know about. Like, do they sound that different?
They don't sound too different, but there are these little crackling imperfections in the sound that
Ah,
basically
okay.
go. I don't know what it is, but they stimulate our nostalgia senses a lot of the ways, and it relaxes us.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Plus, they are surprisingly effective at what they do. Surprisingly effective at what they do,
Nice.
considering the fact that technology is fucking bajillion years old.
Oh fuck! I forgot to tweet to put it on Discord. Hang on. I
I'm.
forgot to tell Discord that I'm on a stream.
It's
Uh,
fine. It's fine. It happens.
um.
We're just starting slow here anyway. Just preliminary chat. Just doing whatever. Um.
Okay, stream link. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, I do a lot of sounds.
Yeah, same. I do a lot of these kind of noises, and as I mumble to myself, it's a self focus tool. It's an unconscious self focus tool. You're just kind of like, oh, I'm just gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Do this commentary. It's like, oh, I must do that. Me, that must do that. And people say that self commentary in video games is unrealistic.
Yeah.
I mean, it does tend to be a little ridiculous sometimes, but it's like when the person doing the commentary stands like 360 angle up in the air, hanging off a tree, and then she says, "Oh, this millimeter wide bug I see." Over a kilometer to the south must be the clue I need to uncover the identity of the killer. That's a little maybe a little bit a little much.
Mm, mm. Well, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna wait a moment until the our esteemed guest does everything.
Wait, no, sorry, I forgot to tell you. I already posted it in my Discord. Don't worry.
Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay, you know what? The first topic, considering things, perception and experience. I think I already told you what we're gonna be talking about in general in advance, right?
I think.
Yes, basically you can look at quick messages. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Uh, yeah. Basically, this is the what I said. What I said here. Basically, what I'm gonna ask you is simple. You have a problem. Well, not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something you do, you live with. It's
Yeah.
executive dysfunction. That's what
Yeah.
it's a symptom of ADHD. If I'm not, and I have the big article pulled up on it right now because again,
Uh,
not super
Article?
big article from a few actually a few of my professors. I might be looking at theirs at that sometimes
Oh, wait,
because
you mean you got an article about ADHD and executive dysfunction as a student? Is that what you're saying?
I got several pieces of information I can use as reference points, basically, because I'm rusty on the technical details, technical
Ah,
know-how. What's would you say the first thing I want to talk about is what is the normal life like with this kind of
hmm?
complication, let's say, complication to it?
Well, usually it's daily life for me is usually fine. Like, um, during weekdays, I have this routine where I wake up, I go to the bus, I go to work, then I come back. But it's more along the lines of uh, being unable to start or not wanting to do chores or taking care of yourself or unreasonably whining, which to a lot of people is really, really lazy, but it's not because like the way I describe it to people is basically uh, let's say that you're in your room, okay, and your
Mm-hmm.
door opens outwards, but you have a sofa in front of the door.
Yeah.
So then you kind of like ram into it and try to open the door, but you can't really, but you can barely open it. And then someone beside you opens another door. They come out, they're like, "What the hell are you doing? Why can't you just get out? Come on, get out!" And then you're like, "I know, but you're not helping." And then it's like, come on, it's just a motivation problem. If it was a motivational problem, sure, I can be motivated as much as I want, but that won't help me move the damn sofa and
True.
allow me to get outside unless you actually help me,
True.
which most of the time they don't because they're like, come on, it's just sweeping the floor. Yeah, but I need to get up. I need to take the broom. I need to swipe it and I need to kind of drag myself. It's like when you're extremely, extremely, extremely tired, but like all the time. But then people are like, well, how come you can focus on video games, but not that? Video games are different. It's
Yeah.
like it's the exact same thing as saying, why do you like eating chocolate more than broccoli? It's it's tastes better.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people don't really understand the
Oh, they
same problem.
definitely don't.
Yeah, the same problem happens with depression, I noticed.
Yes, yes, it's depression, but it like from what I know at least, it's not because like if the thing I'm I can do things like for example I have no problem playing video games.
Yeah.
So people are like, so that's, but then apparently I think a depressed person would also have problem with doing that. I don't know.
Depends on the level of depression. Some
Yeah,
depressed people try to distract themselves in escapism, which is usually
yeah,
games, escaping or somehow averting thinking about it rather than actually, confronting it. It's a natural
and
reaction. We try to escape from it from something that makes us feel bad, like basically on a constant basis.
yeah.
I feel like people
So
don't really understand this kind of state of mind or even body when you don't have energy. It's not like you don't have motivation. You probably can be sitting down on that sofa and be like, I want to get up, and I wanted to go do chores. I want to do the chores because I don't want to have this conflict with this person who doesn't understand, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you find yourself, I'm gonna try to get up once. Doesn't work. Gotta get twice.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Doesn't
Yes,
work.
it's like I'm gonna get up now. I'm gonna get up now. Why can't I just fucking get up?
Yeah, it is also built to add to all of that. I can imagine it builds a lot of frustration. Uh,
Uh, yes, yes, because like for example, okay, it took me forever just to shave myself, and I haven't shaved for a week, and my nails also need to be cut, but I didn't cut that today, and I didn't do the dishes either, and I didn't clean for 2 weeks now. Because and to be honest it's funny because it's a bit liberating because my parents insist that I do cleaning once a week, but I work from 5, not from 5 but from like 8:30 to, and I could get home at 7 p.m. And come weekend I don't want to do anything because it's the weekend, but
obviously.
then I see that's I'll maybe sometimes I think I would really need a maid.
Yeah. Uh, I think what people struggle to realize is that when they look at people with similar problems like you, they don't see people who are basically sitting there and fighting with their own head as they do as they sit
Yeah.
there, stare in the corner. They're fighting with their own head. It's exhausting.
Oh yes, yes. Like um, yes. Uh, yeah, it is. Um, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just letting you talk. It's just like I feel like I
yeah.
encountered several people
It's
on my
like I
way.
don't know. It's like my brain is like, oh, what you're describing makes so much sense. I have so many examples, and then I think, and I'm like, is there actually an example? um,
Yeah, it happens
like
sometimes too.
Like I know that after this, I will not want to go and do the dishes, but I kind of have to because I know that if I don't, my sister will be, "Why didn't you do the fucking dishes?" And I'm like, I don't want to. Like I don't care if the dishes are there for a week.
Yeah,
Like I do them when I want to, period. And if you try and make me do them, it will just make me want to do them less.
yeah. I feel like the correlation between desire. There's a lot of overactive people. Like there's a completely opposite situation. Now. There's workaholics. What
Yes.
they do what they do not because they feel like they want to be useful or anything like that. They don't do it like that. They do it purely because it fires certain neurons in their brain that makes them experience the feel good chemicals.
Yes, yes, that's a trick I try to use sometimes. Like earlier, I was like, "You gotta go shave, or else future Zippy will be angry with you."
That doesn't really always work, does it?
No, no, it does not. I did manage to shave, but it was the only thing I did in 4 hours
Yeah. So
that I
let me guess,
could,
most of the time was spent fighting with yourself to actually do something instead of actually doing
or
something.
maybe like, why am I, or like being, yeah, it was mostly spent being on Twitter and being like, okay, so I'm going to go eat breakfast, do this, do that, and then I'm going to shave. I spent 30 minutes on Twitter, and then I got to take a shower, and then I kind of went like, ooh, maybe I should check Twitter again. So I checked it for 20 minutes. I'm like, oh wait, I need to do this, 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 this. In the end, I only managed to shave, and my Kleenex boxes are still on the ground there. I have one, two, three, yeah, three empty Kleenex boxes. Yeah, and my room is a bit of a mess, but it's, well, for me it's okay.
Yeah, I did encounter several people with similar motivational problems. It's not motivational problems; it's just similar energy problems. I would say.
Yeah.
When it's, I'm not exactly sure how to describe it to people like who don't really experience it. It's like you
Do
said,
you
the
have
couch.
ADHD too?
Yes, actually, lowercase, but I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a lot of things. Primarily,
Okay.
one of the things I went into psychology is because, well, nobody can help myself better than
Yeah, yeah, and
someone
also
who's aware.
having ADHD and autism is also like I want things to be organized, but I don't have the motivation slash energy slash like thing to do it.
So you sit there and hypnotize the fucking picture frame that is not like correct angle because you can't really stand up and do anything about the correct angle, but it's the correct angle, motherfucker.
Exactly, it's exactly, or for example, sometimes I'm
Lihoang
I don't want to start
V123999
Xing
said Haley.
because I know it'll be taking 2 hours and that my parents could do it in 30 minutes, and why not just let my parents do it?
Yeah, nice.
And then they get angry because well they have to do everything and
Yeah, because honestly, I feel like it's not like you voluntarily sit there for 30 minutes staring at the picture frame. It's not like it's something you want
but
to be
sometimes I
doing.
do wonder, oh no, why is there an ad? No. Hello?
Uh, Hello?
Okay, okay, that's fine. I was just wondering why there was an ad on your
It's fine.
screen.
It's fine. It's fine. Maybe there's an ad. We can pre-roll ad off. Okay. Yeah. It's gonna stop in a second.
For me, it says ad 102,
Yeah. It's like 50 seconds. 15 seconds. It's gonna be like very quickly. I think.
30 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yes, you see, this is what I hate. You're just talking and then poof, no longer there.
Actually, they did add some better function. Is that actually goes to show the image in the corner.
Yeah, no, no, but me, it's a full I mean, I can see you on the side, but of course, I can't hear you. There.
Okay, I'll figure out the ads after we're done today because I don't really want to do the interruption thing all
Yeah,
that
because let's
much.
say I'm talking something very important and then ads.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like I just don't really know Twitch all that well.
Well, to be honest, okay, if you just turn the ad scheduler off, it'll just won't just do a pre-roll when the person joins, and the rest you decide. Like you literally have to click a button. If not, there will be no ads for the entire stream.
Okay, I honestly don't really care about ads in the stream because let's be
Yeah,
real,
me neither.
I'm not gaining money from it. I'm Russian.
Yeah. Oh wait, you're not getting money from it?
I'm Russian. We can't really retract money from.
Oh, you're still over there. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, I'm still over there. I can't really move out because it's expensive as shit right now.
Yeah, I can imagine. Talking
Uh,
about Russians, my model artist is Russian, and he was very anti-war. He did poof, so I don't know where he is now.
I don't think. I don't think it's. A lot of people here are anti-Russian and nobody goes poof. They're either busy or were
Lihoang V123999 said F.
Hmm?
or escaped somewhere at some point. Maybe that's
Yeah,
where they're hiding.
maybe it's just his account is unreachable, and his last posted
Lihoang
something in May or something.
V123999 said I'm Vietnamese, I
I don't
can't
know.
speak shit LMAO.
No.
My first person like F. I'm Vietnamese. I can speak shit. Okay.
Lihoang
Hello.
V123999 said gotten neutral
Got
or
a
get fucked.
neutral or get fucked.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm,
Okay. The world is weird, honestly. Like
yeah,
the world is weird these days. I don't really get it myself.
me
I
neither.
get people, but I don't really get the world. You know what I mean? It's like kind of like I understand that nobody likes war. I understand that nobody likes everything related to war. But then I look at the internet and what happened with the tragedy with the Ukraine, right? Everyone just kind
Yeah.
of talked about it for like 3 weeks, and then everyone just forgot about it.
Well, it depends. I mean, I certainly didn't,
Well, yeah, I mean,
but
it's just
that's
like
just because I'm very active about it.
the largest people, the largest presence of media conversation basically all kind of died down
Yeah,
immediately after
true,
that.
true.
It always
Mm.
happens that way. It's kind of like, it's almost kind of people are desensitized to tragedy at this point to a level of the like of it being like the trend of the week. Like
Yeah.
the charities were
Mm.
there for a while. Like all
You
the
could say
people
that about a
said,
lot of things.
yeah, yeah. It's like it's just an example of how weirdly fast internet moves. Everyone can
Yeah.
do something about for a year. Someone can mourn someone for
It's
a
like
year.
Twitter dying too. Like Twitter, RRP Twitter was trending for a ridiculously short time.
Yeah,
And now
it's
nobody ever really speaks about it.
yeah. It's just like okay. It's just like hey, hi. It's just a
Oh,
thing.
it's still alive? Okay, fine, let's move on. I like that to be honest, because I'm the type who just is like, what? There's drama again? Where? What drama?
Same, same, same. I have a skill. It's an interesting skill, honestly. It's not
Oh.
an intentional skill I have. Is that whenever some drama happens or something related to like people around me, I just so happen to be looking the other way.
Ah. Me
Yeah,
me it's just like since I don't really follow any of the bigger news, I'm like, why is Twitter trending?
yeah, that was my question too. I was like, what the fuck is this? Why is Rip Twitter is away? It's trending.
It's funny sometimes.
I just
It's
entered.
really funny. Like once, okay, I saw a a stream ending was trending.
Yeah, it's just like you feel like that pizza guy, you know, the from GIF who enters
Yeah,
to
yeah. It's like
complete
he just opens
chaos.
his door and sees everything on fire.
It's just like, what the fuck, guys? I went in for 5 minutes. What the? I went out for
Yeah,
5 minutes.
exactly.
What the fuck is this? Internet is wild. You can never really reach the levels of
Yeah.
awareness of it. Some people have. I don't understand how they do it. I genuinely don't.
Mm.
But yeah, I think awareness is it's a good segue. Awareness is also something I want to for people to understand. So I want to people for people to understand, even if it sounds kind of unrealistic for normal people. They don't really experience this kind of these kinds of conflicts, inner feelings of like want here. I don't want to is not does not mean automatically that I can do it, but I don't want to. It means I don't want to because I can do it.
Eh?
You know what I mean?
I'm. Eh?
Okay, let me explain again. You do not do something not because you don't want to, because you can't do it. Like you can't physically
Ah,
force
okay, yeah,
yourself
yeah.
to
But at
do
the
it.
same time, sometimes I wonder, like, is that really true? Because nothing's stopping me from getting up except my brain.
But that's still some. Your brain is a very strong stopping point. Believe me.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, yeah.
People got paralyzed because of some traumatic experiences, and nobody could stop them from just standing up except their brain, but they were paralyzed. It's like no,
Yeah.
no, it's a very strong force that we don't really truly understand yet, unfortunately.
Mm.
And it's just like when you really sit down to it. Okay, situation myself situation.
Pinky Fox 1 said good morning late
Hello there,
diet 2
Pinky
way.
Fox. It's currently 4:56 p.m. where I am.
Yeah, it's currently 12 a.m. where I am.
Oh dear. Yeah, I had that problem with my artist too.
Yeah, 1 a.m. But yeah, hello, Pinky Fox. Time zones, they are wild. Anyway,
They
example.
suck.
I might not have like such a big issue about things, but I do have certain situations that are mirroring your own in some
Oh,
way.
okay.
So I'm sitting down, and I know for a fact that I need to go and move a thing from the third floor of my cottage, right? I need to move
Ugh,
a thing from the third floor to the first floor because
ugh.
it's a thing I promised to do, and I'm
Yeah,
like, okay, I
yeah.
promised to do it, and I need to move it out, and
Let's
it's really quick.
go.
Yeah, let's go. And then
And then you're
realize I'm sitting down. I'm not doing anything. I'm just staring at the
and I need
wall.
to and for me it's more like ugh, I'm gonna need to go upstairs, take the damn thing and move it downstairs and then walk this place and do this and then of course a normal person pops away and it's like you're over exaggerating, shut up. No, that's a lot of things to do for me, shut up. Anyway,
Yeah, it's.
yeah.
I feel like part of it also leads to frustration from the conflict that inevitably happens. But never mind.
Yeah. I've gotten to the point where it's better to just lie. I've done things than anything to just avoid being screamed at.
Yeah,
multiple times.
that's absolutely is one of the reasons why people with similar with ADHD prefer to tell untruths, and actually often people with ADHD turn chronicle liars because it's like it's better to say what they want to say than they actually have to deal with the fact that they want to what they did not happen.
Yeah, every time I try being like, well, it's better that I tell the truth than I don't. Every time I try, I was like, why did I tell the truth? Why?
It's a surprising amount of regret for it. Like when you have the conflict you really wanted to avoid, right? You wanted to avoid this conflict.
Like I know lying is wrong, but at this point, it's like I'm done telling the truth. At least to my parents, for sure. About like, for
Yeah.
example, I can't tell you how many times my mom would be like, "Did you brush your teeth? Did you do this? Did you do that?" And I'm like, "Yes, yes, yes, yes." And then I got just, well, no, I didn't, since I don't
Yeah.
remember the last time I brushed my teeth.
I feel like people, how do I say it? I are not operating with these things with understanding rather than operated from these things from a, like a negative perception of how it's like you're so old you must be you're so irresponsible and so not uh adjusted. How is it? It's like how do you even supposed to live alone? You're probably gonna destroy everything. You know, I mean that kind of thing.
Uh,
Yeah, it's just it's very degrading if you
yeah,
read
they,
about
they
it.
have expressed me also like, oh, what are you gonna do when you're really gonna live alone? It's like, make me live alone. It's gonna be so much easier. Especially now, because now I'm currently alone. I think this is literally the last weekend that I'm going to be alone, because I think they're coming back on the 17th. Ugh, not looking forward to it,
Yeah,
but okay.
a lot of the emotional cocktail that is attached to it. I feel like it's a lot of us, our own brain, kind of like being attaching conflict to a situation when it's like not only does it's like when you want to like go there and do the thing, it's not only now kind of the your own mind kind of holding you back from it, but it also has this weird emotional cocktail of like, yeah, attached to it. It's like it's so frustrating.
Yeah, okay.
It's so frustrating. I dealt with it several times myself, and I personally find
Okay.
it it's abhorrent. Honestly, you never really you want to be productive. I want to be productive. I'm gonna be productive
Yes, yes,
today.
and you know that, like, I remember like the few times that I am productive, I feel so good afterwards. But it's like climbing Mount Everest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, sure, you feel good on top, but do you know how much work it takes to get there?
yeah, it takes much more energy, much more dedication, much more just sheer freaking determination to do
Yeah.
things with certain conditions people have like depression, like certain parts of
Mm-hmm.
ADHD. You just cannot do things like it's talked to a person who had a depression, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
older therapist, I went to punch them still. They were like, "Why do you, you know, I'm just gonna do a silly voice here. You just do a jog every morning." I'm like, Thank you, thank you, guy. If I could do a jog every morning, I would probably be very productive, eh?" It's like,
Yeah, try convincing a person to go to jog every morning, even a normal one. They would
yeah,
probably, especially with the weather here.
yeah,
No,
it's like
fuck you.
yeah, you have because fresh air and morning routine might establish a certain positive outlook on life, and it's like okay, that's an
I
ideal.
mean, you're not wrong, but
That's an ideal. That is what you
yes,
want. That is what you want. That is what you see,
it's
like in the
like,
movies, where your person
yeah,
stands up at like 7 a.m. And goes to jog for 30 minutes, and there is two perfect eggs on the table, like separated, two perfect cooked eggs on the table, and there's a piece of toast in the
stop
middle of it.
making me want to eat.
Yeah, it's just like it's
Uh,
that is that is absolutely something I personally find ideal. That's
yeah, it's ideal.
it's
Yeah.
what an ideal is. Speaking of ideal, what would your ideal be as of right now in terms of how
What do you
you're
mean?
What do you? How would you want to just what? Regardless, let's assume you don't have this thing. What would your ideal way of living be? Like, basically, I'm curious.
Basically, run like right now, except with less issues and less conflicts. That's for sure.
Okay, so you are satisfied with your life
Yeah, yeah. Like this,
in
this life is really, really good. It's just like even some small things, like for example, whistling. I whistle a lot, or I crack like
yeah, I know
because
that.
of autism, and uh, just and then my parents were like, "Don't do that. Normal people don't do that. You're gonna not look that like because basically they have good intentions, but it doesn't really work. Like they don't want me to be bullied because I look off or weird or the R
Riders of
word or
Satellites
whatever.
said, oh
But then
cool.
it's like, Mom, I am different. Shut up. Stop making me be normal. Be, like, yeah, I know normal people don't everywhere, but I don't care because that's just me. Period. Fuck off.
Yeah. Hello, riders of satellites. New person around. Nice.
Yeah, I am. Well, I'm on the Twitch, so don't worry. I see them. Hello there.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like that sort of mentality, that normal. What is even normal? Like, what is normal?
Yes, yes, yes. But I think they mean more the norm.
Yeah, no, yeah, normal norm. I think a lot of people, and I saw as someone who has worked with people for, I'm 30 right now. I worked with people for 15 years.
Okay.
Riders of Satellites said, oh should I
No,
leave?
no, no, no. You shouldn't. You shouldn't leave. It's fine. Stay. We're
Huh?
talking about
Wait,
important things.
why should you leave? What? No.
God damn.
Get back here.
But yeah, a lot of people they kind of go through their own little tragedies every day. So it's like some people have the habit of like like flicking fingers or something like, or playing with their
Yeah.
hair all the time. Of like, it's just a habit. What is wrong with a habit? Like
Yeah, well, me, it's a bit of a troubling habit because I have this tendency to pull the skin off my lips, which means my hands are in my mouth, which means I get sick a
said,
lot,
have you tried out
which
that
doesn't help the
sayonara game?
fact that, everything else we've mentioned.
yeah, I feel like it's just I
And like,
just
I can
wish
understand why I shouldn't do it, but like, for fuck's sake, just stop
I should
telling
wish.
me.
Yeah, I should really. I would really wish that people in general were a little more understanding to the bizarre little quirks people around them have. Because let's be real, people who have been in an understanding and how do you say positive relationship in terms of what there were, even like therapists, as you said, as we said, as we talked about, your therapist needs to be your best friend because this positive
Yeah.
reinforcement basically makes you believe that you are secure, not maybe not protected quite, but secure in that
Yeah.
you can talk to them about your problems. You can probably even like open up. You can probably even like, oh, this is probably this is where this has happened, or this has probably happened, and I feel like that's those kind of conditions usually because a lot of the triggers related to mental illnesses, they relate to
Riders of
stress.
Satellites said, every time I hear someone say new viewer, my
Yeah, yeah,
mind
yeah.
goes to it seems I need to leave or bad things will happen.
Hello?
No bad things will happen. Don't worry about it. We're just talking about stuff. It's fine.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Okay, that's an interesting mindset.
I never saw that mindset. It's just
Yeah,
like
me neither. First time.
it's Twitch says that Twitch says that the first time chat. And I'm like, okay, I always like to greet new people because
Yeah.
that's the principle.
What's wrong with meeting new people?
Yeah,
Nothing.
it's like imagine this in a social situation. You was like, "Hey, Paul," and Paul like look at you scared and run up the wall of the room.
I
He's
have no
like,
idea what you said, but it sounds funny.
Huh?
Never mind.
I don't know why I used Paul as a name, but never mind. Probably because something related to "Hey, Paul." Uh, okay, but yeah, I think it's in a lot of these situations when you have the well, like, okay, you have a life you're satisfied with, you have work, right? You're pretty, you get you get your own living based
Yes,
on
yes,
something.
yes.
Do you enjoy your work?
Mostly, but right now, because I'm a rookie and I learned very slowly, I'm mostly doing mindless, like press S as an enter. But yes, I do. I do like it in the sense that, like, sometimes I like it. It's like basically what I'm doing right now. It really depends, but a lot of the times no, but a lot of the times yes. It's kind of a love-hate relationship.
Well, is it something that you feel like has a potential to lead you somewhere you would enjoy yourself doing?
Yeah, it's basically IT tech support, and I like helping people, and I like technology and stuff. So I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
it
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
goes hand in hand.
Hand in hand, it really
Of
does.
course, but at the same time, I would really like doing VTubing full time too.
Mm-hmm. I feel like,
So
yeah, that's something that we always need to look out for. Right now, I personally work as an editor, and I do like side psychological stuff because yeah,
mhm.
you can't really sustain yourself on constant psychological help because there's like a certain amount of clients there, and you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna I can't really dedicate my entire schedule to doing everything to sessions upon sessions upon sessions because I'm also a VTuber. I have the whole thing going. So I
Yeah,
have an editor. I was editor in advance a lot of the time. I chose editor because I had the whole contract with my journal, so I can basically work from home and I just do the stuff, which is fucking couldn't it be better for a person with ADHD because I can just do things on my own pace. So
oh yes,
that's
I
a
love being like that. Yeah.
yeah, it's a lifesaver. It's a
Mm.
lifesaver. It's genuinely a lifesaver. I don't think
Mm.
I don't think I was ever thankful more to my to the boss than I am to my boss for being like, yeah, okay, cool, we can do that. But yeah, I feel like when you have that sort of positive environment and a lot of hope, right?
Yes, yes. Like my workplace is really positive too. Be having a positive place is good.
Yeah, I feel like it. What you said earlier, I think I remember. I kind of noticed that the more someone says to do it in like
Salinks
a
underscore owo said get bond.
thanks, Alex. The more you say that, the more someone says, the more someone conflicts with you and says that you must do this, you must do that. The
Hmm.
less you have the motivation to do so,
Yeah.
the less your brain resists the sheer the sheer notion of actually completing the task.
Well, I think the issue is more like they want me to do it now when I know maybe I'll do it in a week.
Yeah,
But to
it's
them, that's unacceptable. But like, yeah. Anyway.
yeah, it's what I wanted to say here is that to explain, you ever had that situation in which you had a more desire to do something because nobody really tell.
Salinks underscore owo said, are you a
A
psychologist
bit,
now?
a bit. Like, what I can't remember. Yeah, apparently he is one of psychologists. Apparently he is one.
Gabe Seconder
I
said
was
I was always one. So links
the
lol.
oh yeah. It did happen before, and because I tried explaining to my parents, like, please stop telling me things, but then they're like, but if we don't, you'll never do them, and I'm like, it's not that, it's just I'll do them whenever. But to them, that's not a thing. But I did once. I think I cleaned the entire basement once without them telling me. Uh,
Yeah,
so
that's the
so
thing.
yeah.
That is the thing.
Salinks underscore owo said, oh, I didn't know.
Or
Wow, that's
sometimes you
cool.
can just get random bouts of, hey, I should do this right now, and it's like midnight and the entire house is asleep. You can't exactly take out the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like that's what I wanted to say here. When you have that positive reinforcement and lack of
When you
conflict,
have the motivation, you need to do it now,
well, not
or
exactly.
else you'll never.
No,
Huh?
yeah, no, no, but I was speaking more about the situation in which nobody has forced you to do it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And when Yeah, and
Links
when
underscore
no
Owo
one
said, is
forces
this
you,
a
it's
therapy session
definitely
thinking face?
like just let me deal with it on my own for fuck's sake. I think is it just me or did nobody read your tweets?
Yeah, I don't think anybody really bothers with that. It's
Because
like,
I'm just looking at chat being like, what? Are
yeah,
you
it's
even seen on Twitter?
yeah, it's like my pen message on Twitter. V Carey, a psychology awareness show that has been sitting there for the last 2 months. It has been sitting there for 2 months with the
Yeah.
application attached, and I'm like, okay. Silinx was also
Yeah.
not aware that I'm Russian. Silinx is a very oblivious person.
Yeah, to be honest, I suspected it, but I didn't want to bring politics just in case we could, because I'm very pro-Ukraine, so I didn't know how you felt about it and all that.
Yeah, it's just like
Riders of
Links
Satellite
underscore
said,
Owo
what
said,
should
no,
we
I
talk
just had a
about?
headache all day.
also no Silinx. It's not all day. It's 2 months. It's
Wait,
two
what?
months. Silinx replied, "No, I just had a headache all day, plus long, plus I'm dumb."
Oh no, yeah, it's
It's been 2 months. It's been 2 months since I promoted everywhere. I posted it on Cringy Sanji 3 times where you are.
cringy. What?
It's a server with VTubers where
Oh,
Silence
okay.
is and where Silence is also, and I added everyone for it. Silence. That's not I dumb. That is I intentionally dodge everything you related to for the last 2 months because so to not notice what I have been doing for the last 2 months.
I thought I was oblivious.
I don't know what it is.
Oh
I
well.
think Silence is adorable, but what the fuck, man? What the
Wait,
fuck, man?
let me click on his. Shining. Oh whoa. Ooh, you have a Twitter.
Silence.
Second best VTuber, Himbo. Everybody's favorite VTubing imps. Like, okay, I don't know how to read. Nice.
He's cool.
Links
Oh, hey,
underscore
the
Owo said,
Grinch.
I really didn't know, somehow I'm go on your Twitter.
But yeah. Uh,
He's gonna go on my Twitter. I appreciate it. Thank you, Silence. Thank you. But yeah,
Twitter.
Twitter. Yeah, I think part of that is also being completely oblivious. I noticed. That's something you notice is like that
It's
situation in which you sit there and there is something happening in that room, right? Like, there's
and then
something
you're like,
happening.
wait, and then after like I don't know, 15 minutes, you're like, wait, hang on, what is happening?
Yeah, it's just like sometimes it feels like when I sit here and do something, a situation boards a plane to Mexico and just flies like over 10,000 miles above my head directly over there. It's like doesn't even try to reach me. It just goes directly to the plane and flies to Mexico. Probably I don't know why. It's just like I could be completely paying attention. I could be completely doing something, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm focused. I'm good. I'm focused. I'm paying attention. And there can be a fight right beside me, and it takes me, and I still remember someone talked to me right about this, and I'm like, oh, you're so diplomatic. Thank you for not involving yourself in this, and sorry you had to hear it. I just looked at them like they grew a second head, and I went, what thing?
Yeah. Yes, I'm like that. It's like, and especially when I was smaller. Like I would be reading like for 15 minutes more than we were supposed to, and the teacher would start math class, but I was still reading, and they would say stuff, and at some point it's like I had pee pee and poo poo, like they were saying stuff to try to get me attention, and I think it was like my cat peed in my pee pee poo poo, something like that, and I just looked up like, huh, and they're like everybody was like, finally.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like you look so focused too. Like you look so focused. You look so
Exactly.
serious,
And
so
and
understanding.
having a 50 millimeter of Vivance, which was way too high because it may be a super serious, no, non-emotional zombie thing. So I definitely was extremely focused, but then again, I never laughed because it just dulled my emotions that much. So yeah, but now I'm better
Yeah, yeah. It's
because I
just
have less meds.
yeah. There is I do think some medical meds do help in a lot of
Oh,
severe
they
cases.
definitely
Yeah,
do.
they do.
When I
They
don't take it, I definitely feel it. That's for sure.
Yes, they help, but sometimes over medication is also a problem because
Yeah,
I feel like psychology is a combination of medicine, conventional medicine, and being, how do you describe it, and being for someone who you want to help. That is just so you have to guide them through it. It's just like, again, I'm not gonna throw shade, but there is a lot of people in my profession and my area of expertise, and I heard many stories of people who just don't give a fuck. For plainly speaking, let's be real, they just don't give a fuck.
you mean they don't give a crap about their patients?
Yeah, it's astonishing to me
What?
personally. They
It's like
don't.
a doctor not caring about if someone lives
Yeah,
or dies.
exactly.
That's crap.
That's
What
crap.
the fuck?
It's crap.
Yeah,
And it's just like immediately, right? What a friend of mine told me a story
yeah.
about going to a therapist. Immediately, they did the whole thing where it's just like first quest, first talk, and then they tried to pull a life story out of them. It's just like get to the bottom of this. You know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah.
brute force it, and
Oh, come on.
obviously the person, my friend, was like, I'm not really good at this. And
Uh,
then,
you
please,
should stop talking because there's an ad and normal people can't see them.
ah,
It's fucking McDonald's now. It's cryptocurrency. What the fuck?
I don't even know. Okay,
Well,
Rising of
anyway,
satellites said in erasing enough emotional capacity for it to be
raising enough
convenient for
emotional capacity
society.
for it to be convenient. About that, yeah, I'm gonna have to speak about emotions.
yeah, emotions. We are definitely gonna touch on
Yeah,
emotions.
but if you, but yes, if you do not get any money from ads, I really recommend taking the ad scheduler off because it'll
Riders
only
of
make
satellites
you,
said got free
uh,
ads.
it'll only make you
Okay, where is?
get a pre-roll when the user joins, and that's it.
Okay, then I'm gonna do that because I feel like that's if that's more convenient for my viewers, I will do that more. I will do that.
Personally, I find so. There's other people who find it annoying because they like to jump from stream to stream and just get ad after ad after ad because they join different streams. But that's another entirely different situation.
Well,
But
at
yes, you
least they
could
can just yeah. It's in,
just turn it off.
yeah,
That's what I do.
it's in my stream account settings, stream settings should be there.
Hang on, let me check my own um, video producer. It's in
It's brand, I think. No, it's my brand.
the affiliate the affiliate section,
Oh, okay.
and then there's ads, and then there's activate your schedule to automatically run ads on your channel. Turn that crap off.
Yeah. Okay. Dashboard notifications. Yeah. Enable stream display ads on my
And
channel.
disable pre-rolls, that just means like if you manually run an ad by clicking the button, for like 30 minutes, there will a new user who joins or a normal user will not get a pre-roll, which is the ad that happens when you join the stream.
Okay.
But yeah,
Display.
did you disable it?
Yeah, I disabled schedule. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay, let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope it's not
Riders
this
of
crap where it's
satellites
like
said I'm pretty
this will
positive that
take
switch is
like
purely
activate
cosmetic.
in the next stream.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it is kind of cosmetic, but Anyway, let's finish
Oh
the
yes, emotions.
yeah
Uh,
emotions.
It's funny because like I was extremely different back when I was smaller because I would be taking my meds and I would be super serious and not laugh and take everything literally. Of course, that came with autism, but it was even worse.
Yeah.
And let's say I would forget it the weekend and I would become this little prankster that loves to poke everyone and laughs everywhere and and plays jokes and just laugh. It's like if everything was released all at once and it was extremely like
Extremely
like
unhealthy.
I like it was extremely happy, but at the same time, I didn't know when I needed to stop because people would be like, haha, funny. But then by the fourth time I've done it, they would not be happy anymore. You know,
Yeah.
like
Let's
poke you once, poke you twice is
yeah.
fine, but like, and and then there was this other time, and of course you would need to repeat things 5 times to me,
Yeah.
and I would be like, Oh, why did you say that twice already? And she's like, I said that 10 times. So for them, it's annoying, but so we had to find a middle ground, and we did eventually.
Yeah, I feel like that's part of this is that emotional capacity for people with a combination of ADHD and autism. It's like
It's apparently extremely high.
it is.
Well, I mean, on Google says it's like 3 to 4 times more intense.
Yes, yes, it is.
Like when you feel sad, it's 3 to 4 times. Which is why I got so sad once on Twitter that I had pneumonia, or at least that it enabled me to get pneumonia. Like other people might just be like, what is the internet? Just turn off that crap. Uh, do you have any idea how much I live on the internet?
Yeah, 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 absolutely. Yeah, I can have an idea because I'm here with an anime boy avatar speaking to you.
Yes, and I have 38K tweets.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people go like, "What the fuck? Why do you tweet so much?" I don't know. I just tweeted like Discord.
Yes. What I want to say is that people with emotional, especially considering meds, it's like open and shut. What's it called? Water dispenser,
Yes,
right?
the water gates,
The
like
water
open
gates.
and like,
When you open
yes,
it floods all out. You can't really stop it. It's not like a controller where you can slowly open it and there's like a little bit of a trickle. There are
yeah, yeah.
more and more. It's either open or it's closed. So you have to
Like
really.
like with my current medication, it's kind of it's it's not perfect, but at least I can laugh.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can hear that. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, but you'd laugh, so
But
it's
that
cool.
doesn't mean that but if I don't take it, then I can laugh even more. It's kind of at the midway point, which is fine.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like
Besides,
that's
if I don't take it, I'll just fall asleep
yeah, yeah. That's
because I'm too used to the like I am awake feeling of it. It's like having coffee all day.
yeah, yeah. I feel like that's also this is why some people just exist on coffee after some point because they can't really deal with the feeling of not having coffee, and it's just like there's no punch to their system that is
Hmm.
happening after at some point. Some people drink energetics. Honestly, I don't envy them because energetics.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's no, 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 no,
No,
no,
no, no,
no.
no,
Like
no.
my mom told me, do not drink that shit.
Yeah, yeah. I read some things about this from a chemical standpoint, and I'm like, I would rather avoid melting my guts, please. I would rather avoid getting dead from a monster in my guts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like no, no. I don't think it's healthy to ever drink. Look, if you want to drink something that gives you a punch, drink like a really strong tea or coffee. They both have
Or
some
maybe you
caffeine
could
in it.
drink this Polish drink, I think, talking about punches, where I think it's like 98% alcohol.
Oh yeah, yeah. Or you can bring spiritus, which is something people water down to make vodka. You know,
Vodka, camarada.
yeah, the spiritus.
Yeah.
I when I first heard about spiritus many years ago, I was like, "What it is? What is this? It can't be as strong as vodka." And then the guy turned at me and looked at me
Well,
and
I mean,
said,
to be honest, when I was small, I heard spirits, and I'm like, why is it not a ghost?
"Yeah,
I was like that, or like the time where, I was small and I was like, oh, I have a girlfriend, which back
Writers
then I
of
thought it was a
Satellites
girl
said
that
if
was a
I
friend.
drank too much caffeine, then I get too weak and nauseous and dizzy.
well, too much caffeine is obviously going to be too much caffeine.
Well,
It's
duh. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, heck, ADHD already stimulates you the hell out of you. So when I drink coffee, it's even worse. But I do take it a bit because in the mornings it takes at least uh, maybe 20 minutes to start taking an effect and at least a couple hours to be at peak.
yeah,
Like there's this sort of peak and then it sort of gradually goes down.
yeah, I feel like it just gives a little punch. It's not unhealthy. It's never like coffee has doesn't have so much caffeine that you want to jump on the ceiling and just
Oh,
stay
I
there like
was
Spider-Man. I don't think
Yeah,
that
yeah, I was more talking about the medication and
yeah,
the
yeah.
fact that coffee is useful in the sense that it gives the boost immediately instead of waiting for 30 minutes or more.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
And
Absolutely.
of course, being small, like 47 kilograms, does not help much.
Oh, I can imagine. It probably
I'm
is
like
more
five
effective.
foot seven and 47 kilograms. I'm teeny,
Yeah,
teeny weeny
you're
schmunt
very small
boy.
considering the fact that I'm myself I'm like 6'2". Yeah, so it's just like you're very eatable from my
Writers
point
of
of view.
satellites said
Yes,
last I
yes,
had like
people can
4
lift
sips
me
and
up
I
like
felt
crazy.
those exact things.
Last time I had like 4 sips and I felt those exact things.
So
Oh,
Lynx_owo said wait
That
5
reminds
foot
me, for
7.
some reason, once I took 2 sips of a beer and I felt relaxed, and I was like, "What the fuck, brain? I only took 2 sips.
yeah,
I may be lightweight, but I'm not that lightweight.
yeah. It's weird. Sometimes
So
it's
Lynx_owo said
For
5-2.
example, I put my bathing robes on in even in the summer, and my parents are like, "Why are you putting that on? It's 30 degrees outside," and I'm like, "It makes me comfy. Shut up."
it's again, yeah, we have some urges. We definitely have some urges that may come, may or may not come out of the in the most inappropriate time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes, yes.
In the most inappropriate time. That's just try also having OCD with ADHD and
Oh
some
God,
yeah
that
usually
sounds.
yeah, and you also have a situation in which you open and close the door, then open and close the door again, then size
Oh
it up,
yes,
open and close the
yes,
door
yes.
again.
Okay, okay. You can even see this in games where I click the save button and then click the save button again to do a separate save. Then I'm like, wait, did I save? Click the save button and spam the save button to make sure it's fucking saved.
Yeah, it's like, did I do this right? Save.
Exactly. Yes,
Did I do
yes,
this
yes,
right?
yes, yes, yes.
Did I really do this right?
Yeah, did I really lock the door? Tries to pull the door so that it kind of falls over. Like, 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 yeah, yep, brain is so excited, my mouth stopped working. Oops.
Yeah, I can.
Yes, it's also why sometimes when I write, okay, I can do a shit ton of spelling mistakes because my brain is trying to speak and my hands are trying to keep up, but they can't because of dyslexia. So it's like blah 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 blah. Oops. So it's
Yeah.
like that.
ZippyVtuber
I was
said
trying to write
lol
hello.
TCGHJK. ZippyVtuber said hello.
Well, anyway, you get the point. It's not that bad usually, but maybe when I'm drunk as fuck. But still,
To be fair, all of us suddenly turn ADHD ridden when we're drunk. All of us suddenly, because
yes, that is true.
it's like suddenly every
Writers of
person in the room.
satellites said does rejection
Rejection
sensitive
sensitive
dysphonia
dysphonia.
go
The
hand
heck
in
is that
hand?
thing?
Rejection sensitive dysphonia. I think that's familiar. Let me check my
What
notes.
is that? Hang
real
on, let me
quick.
Google that.
Yeah, let me check my notes real quick.
Twitter, stop being notified. I mean, stop
Rejection
sending me
sensitive dysphonia is when a person feels intense emotional pain related to rejection. Ah.
Yes, perhaps. Yes. I can. Yes, I had pneumonia because of that. Well, not because of it, but to be fair, I did get, and this was all about Discord. Like, I got blocked by. Well, actually, I even have a video about it, but it is like 10 minutes long, so we can't really watch it. But yeah, it might also just be because ADHD
It's
people feel more intense emotions
it
too.
does autistic people definitely feel much more intensely than every other person. When you're angry, you're fucking mad.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Yes.
When you're
Yes.
sad, you're like 5 minutes away from going to read Shakespeare on a rainy day, out in the open. Like, Pedro, what have I done? No, I can make fun of it. I have this,
Yeah.
but it's like when you feel rejection, just as much as you feel happiness, it's tripled,
Isn't that
quadrupled.
like bipolar?
Most of these are in the same group. Honestly, they're just kind of in the
Yeah,
same group.
because you're describing it, and I'm like, wait, that sounds like this thing and this thing and this thing, and it's like
Yeah,
they kind
they are in the same group. Actually, it's actually quite curious, but a lot of them share symptoms. A lot of them share
then
symptoms.
what the fuck
There are
differentiates them
different
then?
symptoms are related to different, but some symptoms, some are very shared. For example, again, depressive and dysfunctional thing. You can't do something. Different reason why, but you still can't do something.
Okay.
So that's what we do. That's what we do as psychology. We look
Stop
into
doing brain.exe, stop working.
we look at what you do or like don't do, right? And we go, why you don't do that? Are you just feeling lack of eternal energy for everything and you want to just sit there and become a tree? Maybe you're depressed. Or if you want or if you look at the task at hand, and if you suddenly remember that, oh, I have a condition called my leg don't move to do this bullshitis.
Uh,
It's like, yeah, that's probably a different thing entirely, right? So
yeah.
obviously there's similar
Okay.
things that are happening, but those things are happening for entirely different reasons.
Interesting.
That's the
Riders of Satellites said I was getting a critique on my D&D game and I was really stressed and
Ah,
anxious the whole time I was reading the entire paragraph of critique.
the hurt. There is definitely a very disproportionate amount of hurt from sometimes when it's accelerated, I would
by
say.
the way, I have a bit of a question.
Do ask.
Since it's also about a hurt, but sometimes, okay, especially for like a year and a half,
Yeah.
maybe, uh, um, I had situations where I was so constantly anxious that my chest started to hurt, and it's like for example, put your hand on your chest right now and press on it, and that's how it felt a lot
Same.
of the
I
time.
I get
And
that.
sometimes when sometimes when it would get really bad, it sounded like someone was stabbing you with a knife or something and
Yes.
twisting it inside. What causes that? I had a Ativan or a Loperazan because of it, but it sort of half worked. So I'm like, is it really the spasm of the muscles, or is it like what is it? Because if it would have really been the spasm of the muscles, surely it would have worked better, right? Because Ativan or Loperazan kind of relaxes the muscles. Yeah.
Sorry, I got momentarily distracted.
Did you hear
Okay.
what I was talking about?
I know about the hurt and the chest stabbing thing. I got that, then I got distracted because someone
Okay.
called me.
Wait, hang on. Do you want me to re-explain?
You want if you sorry, extremely sorry. You can explain.
Okay, so basically, I had a situation where, like, you got the part where pressing on the chest
And
and
knife and
the
knife
knife.
knife.
About yeah, yeah. But what I went on to say is that I had to take loperazam or Atsivan as we call it here, which is the med that kind of calms you. It kind of only half worked, and if it really was muscle spasms, wouldn't it work better because it would be more relaxed? Like, is it really just the muscles? Like, I asked another, I think it was my chiro practitioner, about why it happened, because he's very versed in like skeletal stuff, and he said it's really really complicated and you can't really explain it in 2 minutes. So I'm like, okay.
I think a lot of these kind of related issues to pain. Uh, I have similar thing. It
Yeah,
happens. With,
what happens so that your brain is really stressed, then decides, oh look, my
we
chest
as
is being stabbed or something.
we
Like,
associate our chest with our heart in our
yeah,
brain.
it's kind of the heart area a
It's
bit.
there. It's there. I had many scares of heart disease because it's like in my family and shit. But it's like when I checked, nothing was there, right? And it's still a hurt.
Yeah.
This hurts is I feel like I'm gonna be poetic for a moment, but it's almost like a phantom pain in a way,
Ah.
where your
Salinks
anxiety.
underscore owo said I went to a chiropractor and they nearly broke my
Are
neck.
you sure you're not exaggerating, Siglings?
Don't worry about
Are you sure about that?
it.
Cause that sounds off.
That does some off. Anyway, yeah,
Okay, so it would
sometimes
have been more of a phantom pain instead
it
of a
would.
natural pain, which is
That's
probably
why.
why loperazam kind of
Yeah,
half worked.
it half
Because it
worked.
did work in the sense that it kind of slowed my mind down and like
Yeah,
made me like everything is fine. Everything is fine. I'm going to go to sleep and no. But
the thing
yeah.
about being in your head most of your life is that you tend to overthink every little
Yes,
single thing,
overthinking is a big thing.
and when you overthink every single thing ever, you tend to find more and more ways something can go wrong, or something is
Yes,
already went
yes.
wrong, or something might already go wrong, and then you just like sit there. It's a common actually thing of sitting there and
Hmm.
imagining scenarios in your brain. They just play like movies. It's just like it's just there. Thank
Oh,
you for
hello,
the
Sea
bunk.
Chaser.
Yeah, thank you for the bunk.
Sea Chaser is a regular of mine who likes to
Oh,
bonk me. Yeah,
and
well,
now I
not
got
bonk me,
bunked.
but like go to RimWorld and spam horseshoe pins. Like last time he spammed 1,900 horseshoe pins.
Damn.
Anyway, yeah, you can go to my clips for that.
Yeah, I
But
think.
yeah. So basically, you're saying it's more of a phantom pain than anything.
And after a while, the stress of that overthinking, it sort of accelerates, especially if it's like a hard time in your life, right?
No, no, wait. But we're talking about the pain, right?
Yeah, it's
Or are
the
you saying
pain.
the
It's the
overthinking
pain.
causes it?
It's the pain and the pain and the and I'm just gonna finish the thought here, and the after a while you overthink, causes stress. You stress. That causes
Riders of
mental strain.
Satellites said okay GTG have a fun stream.
Lots of mental strain. Eventually, it kind of goes. It's a figurative press on your chest, like a
Yeah.
weight on your heart. So it's hard. It hurts.
So it's okay. So it's a literal weight.
Yeah, it's
Well,
literal
it's
weight on your chest. Well, not literal, metaphorical, but you know.
yeah. But it okay. So because like my mom had the same thing for a year and a half when she broke up from a toxic relationship.
Yep, that's
So
mental pain, emotional pain. Sometimes fear. Fear also causes a
yeah.
similar reaction of a pain, intense fear when you just like,
Hmm.
and it's just like
Okay.
there is a weight here that you just cannot, you
Yeah. Like
cannot
sometimes,
breathe. You
like
cannot
I did
breathe.
experience it. Yeah, I did experience it briefly when like for example the car goes too fast and my chest suddenly tightens. Yeah, it's the same thing. So I can understand the fear part of it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's similar in overly in all the other really intense emotional situations when you have
Okay.
or stressed out situations. That's why the medicine, right?
Yeah.
What it did, it calmed down your mind. It stopped your thoughts from racing, and it stopped from stress from accelerating. So that's why eventually
That's
dicks.
why it
Thank you,
still hurt,
Sidex.
basically.
Yeah. Uh,
Okay.
God fucking damn it. This is gonna be a clip. This is gonna be a clip. And that's why eventually dicks. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-bum.
Me, it's even worse because I have a TITS. So I would just be talking and then I receive a bunch of potatoes in my face or whatever.
Yeah, just like
Or in my case, a bunch of chips, air
I
chips.
want to tell you about my serious this serious situation. I
This
find
serious
myself
sound alert, dick.
the serious text. Pew. Just like pew is where someone hits your face. Just like the serious dex. Pew. Streaming when everything is totally serious. Absolutely over the fuck. Florymead, thank you
Oh,
for the
hello there.
raid. Thank you for the
Ooh, mead.
raid.
I like. Well, I never tasted mead actually.
Mead is amazing. It's
Oh,
Floromid
really? I heard
raided
it's
my
made of honey,
stream
but
with
that's
one
it.
views.
Then my most closest experience is having it in Skyrim.
yeah. Some mead is made of sweets, sweet
Ooh.
Glory
ingredients.
Mead said hi.
So
Hello.
hello. So basically, what it is it's a very thick. There is different mead obviously, but it's a very thick, sweet-ish alcohol that basically goes down your throat very slowly. And it's just like you just enjoy it.
Huh.
You don't need to drink too much of it. You just
God
enjoy
damn it!
it.
I need to go get some meat at the supermarket now. I want to drink it, but anyway.
Yeah, it's cool to try it at least once. If it's a good meat, it's gonna be a memorable experience. Thank you for the raid. This is a V caring. We are talking about mental health problems, mental health situations. Definitely all about mental health with different guests. I will be bringing all over the VTuber community every week on
Hmm.
Sunday. Depending the time will entirely depend on the schedule. So, but most likely I will keep it 12. I will keep it 4 p.m. EST because I feel like it's a perfect time.
It's totally a perfect time. It's 12 midnight for you.
For
But to be
me,
fair, yeah.
but
But yeah.
everyone else can join me. And let's be real, VTubers and sleeping schedule, what the fuck is that?
Heck, even Gora once said, "I think sleeping is a common VTuber problem."
Yeah. You don't sleep. If you're a VTuber, you know you have those
Well, I
situations.
had this problem before, but now I somehow fixed it. Mostly, anyway.
Yeah, but if you're a VTuber, you absolutely were a person, at least
I was, yeah.
at some point, waking up at 3 a.m. and suddenly having the urge to bake some pancakes because suddenly that's a thing.
Oh, yes. Yes, or
You were that
like I
person.
wake up and I'm like, I want some cheese.
Yeah, you were that person. You
Yeah,
definitely were
yeah,
that
yeah.
person.
Like. God damn it! Stop describing me.
That's my job. But yeah, I feel like that's something. A lot of these little things in life, they definitely add a lot of flavor to it that not a lot of people don't really understand or knows how to deal with, because I say it again and again. I would not want anyone to be in my head.
Huh?
I would not want anyone to be in my place in my head. You know what I mean?
Okay, because I was thinking of the ID, so I was like, huh?
No. It's not. I don't have that. I definitely know I
Yeah.
don't
I
have
was
that.
like, eh? Because I've met quite a few systems, so I'm kind of interested in it in a way.
Oh yeah, I actually
Yeah.
talked to a person with the idea on the side right now. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, I would not want people to be experience some things I experience, because
Okay.
this is not something you just wake up and suddenly know how to deal with. This is not at all.
You mean like having sudden urges at 3 a.m.?
Sudden surges to 3 a.m., not being able to do something, emotional
You
outbursts.
mean basically everything we've talked about, right?
Yeah, those things. I think if you really just imagine just imagine
Yeah,
someone
that is true.
totally normal, normal-ish, normalized, having suddenly waking up and having all of these little quirks. We already adjusted to them. We lived with them most of our lives. We
Yeah, like if
for
you
us,
ask me how I would be normally, I don't know, because it's just me at this point.
yeah, it's just you. Same thing for like. Imagine if your mom had the same thing as you do. I don't think just suddenly out of nowhere. I don't think she
She
would
would be
know.
horrible.
Yeah, I don't think she would know what to do with herself at
Or be
all.
like, the fuck is going on? Because
Yeah,
of course, of course, at first you don't know.
because it's just everything is in perspective. Our entire life is perspective, right? What you believe is normal is often the case is normal for you, because that's where you experience the entire life. Same thing as really traumatic things. When someone lived
Yeah.
their entire life in not exactly good circumstances,
Yeah,
right?
I'm lucky despite everything. I have a really loving family. Like they really, really do like me. Like
Yeah,
I'm upper middle class. I went to a good school.
yeah.
Have a normal job. So like sometimes, okay, I just go on Twitter and I'm like, am I the only person who had a decent childhood here or what? Like despite all my freaking issues that caused me to like only start eating at age 12, I am in a really good condition. And then I just go look on Twitter and I'm like, why? I want to give everything I own to them. Why can't they why be happy already? Why? you know
Honestly, my I once were sitting there and playing a game, right? And I was just vibing. Like it's not no thing, nothing like no shade towards anyone. I was just vibing, and I like to talk about serious topics in my chat, which probably
yeah,
might.
yeah.
And people started, and two of my regulars, they started talking about their past. The more they talked, the more I was like, I'm waiting any second until I'm banned.
Oh god, yeah.
It's just like, what the
It's like yeah, I do love serious topics too. Like once, okay, what happened is like once I don't know how, but like I was streaming and I was like, okay, well, have a nice day and all that, and then one random person is like, yeah, yeah, no, I think I asked them how their day was going, yeah, and they were like, it's fine, just random explosions everywhere, and I'm like, hey, where are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm in Kherson. Okay. And then they're like, "Well, I'm gonna go buy some food tomorrow. Hope I don't get shot." And
Sour
I'm like,
Baboon said live to serve
"Bye.
few. Breveing the
What do
Van
you say
Hammer.
to that? Like,
I am
should I even
Bobo the
say
Clown.
anything? Like, I love serious things, but not that serious."
Yeah, sometimes it's like I do get it, right? When people call it trauma dumping, right? And I do agree with that
Yes,
statement.
yes, yes.
I
It's a
do agree with
thing.
that statement because sometimes, especially when it's like, oh, today I ate a hot dog. My dog died today. And I was like, what the fuck are you guys? What?
Why? No, don't do that.
It's like my dog died today because it's like the correlation with the hot dog and dog, and
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah,
like,
I know. I get odd correlations too. Like someone talks about a period, and I am like talking about periods, and I pull out this X memory from second grade or whatever. So I get the awkward relation thing, but
but
saying your dog died
sometimes,
because
yeah,
you're talking about a hot dog is crap.
sometimes, like I do like talking about serious topics, but
Yeah, yeah,
sometimes
me
when you
too.
want to talk about how someone your relative might have murdered someone when I'm vibing in planes, that one might be not the best idea.
Yeah.
So it's like I do also encounter an issue where I just don't. It relates to a lot of previous talked situations, and I'm sure it also might relate to you. Is that I
Hmm?
want to avoid conflict at all costs.
Oh yeah.
At all
Like
costs.
a lot, especially on Twitter too. I'm like, I don't agree with this very popular opinion, but I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, it was a thing for me too for a while. I'm 30 now. I'm like already fucking too old for this shit. I'm cynical.
I mean, to be fair, I did see someone with who was VTubing, and apparently he was 48.
Yeah, some people are just really surprisingly old to me. Surprisingly older than me. I'm usually the oldest kid on the block when I'm on the internet. But VTubing, there's
Yeah.
actual mom with like grown up kids. There's actual things
Yeah,
like
yeah, like
like
there's my friend who is actually a mom at 23, and yeah, I mean, I was really surprised.
yeah, it's just like
So there's different people, different backgrounds, different
that's
things,
why I
different.
find VTubing so beautiful in a lot of ways because there's
Yeah,
just so many people combining their creativity, their just
I
drive to
once,
do
yeah,
things under the same
I
banner.
once, yeah, I once also saw a tweet about like being a VTuber is really interesting because you can hear the different dialects of English, and I'm like, yeah, well, someone once told me I was Polish. No, I do not live nowhere near Poland. I live on the other side of the freaking ocean.
But you're Polish now.
No, shut up.
you tr-
I'm not a Pole.
you transformed into Polish
I don't get
because
it
you
about the Polish. Like who thought naming something about a Pole, like a literal
whoop
pole,
whoop whoop. This is sound of
like
the
like
Polish. Whoop.
like I don't know. It's or maybe the word came afterward. It's like naming like here. Okay, for some reason we have an island called Dildo Island. I don't know how or why.
I don't even want to mention some Russian villages names.
Oh God, is
I'm
it?
just going to say one that roughly translates to fuck where it is.
Wait, what? It literally says that.
It literally fuck where it is.
It's like this small town in Austria whose name was fuck.
Yeah, it's just basically like imagine some drunk dude when this village was placed. They talked like how we're gonna name this village. Fuck where it is.
It's like that
Genius.
that name in England where it's like hail, 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 hail or something.
Yeah. It's just some names in villages are just like, what were you drinking? Like, what was this substance coursing through your veins when you conceived this monstrosity?
Yeah, or yeah, names are off and weird sometimes.
Absolutely, often weird. I think that's what it is. One thing I noticed, I don't think it applies to literally everyone, but people like me, also with some slight OCD tinges, we tend to notice the weird shit much easier than other people.
Yes, yes, you notice the weirdest things.
Yeah, it's like also
Like, yeah.
you also always keep track of the weirdest, most useless bits of information you ever have in mind.
Exactly. Yes, yes. Like Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I've had that happen.
Yeah, it's just like I'm doing a TTRPG campaign, right, with a friend. It's like one on
hmm
one, and it was just like it's happened like 2 years ago, and it's a sequel to a 2 years ago game. And it was like, oh, I don't remember what happened, and I just immediately went, oh, this happened when this is what happened there. This is what happened there. Where's your keys? I don't remember. Where?
Yes, it's like you remember what happened 2 years ago at X place for at X time, but then you don't remember to bring your fucking lunchbox to work.
Yeah, it's just like, and then person looks at me and is like, "Why do you remember this shit?" I don't know.
Exactly.
I
Yes, I know. I
I don't
remember.
know.
I don't know. Like like that pee pee poo poo cat thing story is an example of such things. Like normal people wouldn't understand. Like yeah. Or like this random memory where I was going through school, just walking and two girls passed, head patting me and said, "You're cute," and they just continue walking and I just double take like what the fuck. And I was in grade 4, 5, maybe. Like this is a random memory I have of that place. Like why this memory? I don't fucking know.
Brain. You know, every time we speak about brain, I have the urge to place a gif of Todd Howard saying, "It just works."
Mm,
It just works.
yep,
It really just
it
works.
just works.
It just works. I don't know
That
why it
reminds
works.
me for some reason, like how my it feels as if the universe just slapped stuff together, left some pieces out, and says, "That'll be good," and it works even though that there's pieces out. And it reminds me how my grandfather would disassemble a clock, rebuild it with pieces missing, and it would still work. It feels like it's what has happened to me sometimes.
Yeah, it's a it's a weird feeling. On the other hand, you tend to notice more things than others do. On the other hand, you don't notice anything at all, and it's just like
Yes,
brain.
sometimes you do notice,
Pick
sometimes you don't.
one. Pick one. One time you sit down and you notice a freaking key in the corner of the room behind a cupboard that you have been looking for like a week, right?
Yeah.
On the other side, you are holding your phone and you're looking at and you're running around
Slinks
for
underscore owo said drink.
yeah, and you're
When you
running
don't
around
search for something, you find it, and when you search for something, you don't find it. Yeah, so it's basically that.
and your phone is in your hand and you've been looking at for it for 30
Or
minutes.
like, where are my glasses? Oh wait, I'm wearing them.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like
Mm,
there's just a lot of these really when you really think about them as they are without any
yeah.
context, even you go like, "What the fuck is this? This is weird."
Yeah. Or like, I think sometimes I would search for a cap to a bottle, and it's literally right fucking there on the mouse pad. Yeah.
I think ultimately that's what I want to do in this show. I want for people to see it how we see it, not like a one
Exactly.
instant of weird shit. Because obviously we're also going to go, "Oh, this is weird." If it's one instance only, if you talk about one or see one instance only, or feel one instant only through someone who has similar problems, right? They only experience this particular thing out of context, out of entire thing. I want for people to who watch the show potentially, whatever that happens, I want for them
Mhm.
to look at the show and realize that the strings of little weird shit turn into life. That is life.
Ah, okay. Like this is what we live with.
That is life. That's what people like us, that's what we
Hmm.
live with, that's what we live for,
Yeah.
that's what we live through, that's what happens. People with the ID, they aren't like super cool people who have the secret alternative identity of a killer who is being chased by the entire FBI section of America. That is not what it is.
That is not it. That is
Yeah.
not. I know. Yeah, I know. It's not that. It
Yeah.
is frustrating to speak to, though, sometimes.
Yeah, and what it is actually is being confused. Why the fuck are you walking in the park at 3 a.m. and having a stick-up note at on your forehead saying, "Go fucking eat, go
That
eat."
reminds me once of a story I saw of a person who like it was an altar. They were going to the shop, then they switched. Then another altar was like, "Why am I going to the shop?" So they went back to home. Then they were at home, and they're like, "Why am I at home? I need to go to the shop." So they went to the shop for like an hour and a half, back and forth.
Yeah, and I imagine it finally culminated with them like writing a sticky note, and it was like, "Go to the fucking shop,
Something like that.
go to the fucking shop."
Yeah.
It's just like,
Or like where I'm trying to talk to this out there for like 2 days, and they finally appear, and they stay with me for 20 minutes. Then they're like, "Hang on, I need to go do something. It'll only take 20 minutes." They go away for 40 minutes, come back and end the call. What the fuck? I've been trying to talk to you for 2 fucking days.
Yeah.
Why? It's frustrating. Of course, it's not their fault, but sometimes I lose my temper and I'm like, ugh.
it's a bunch of weird occurrences like that you don't
Yeah.
really think about when you look at them. When you look at a confused person in the street, looking at you think about, again, it's not an uncommon thing when you walk into the room and say, "What the fuck am I doing here?"
Yes.
It's
It's a
not.
thing. Yes.
It's not.
Like once, okay, I was so tired. I think I tried to go and heat up my frozen lunch in the bathroom until I realized, wait, why am I walking to the bathroom?
What am I doing here? Like, I'm not supposed to be here. I don't even remember why I walked inside. Like, this is a normal situation your brain has a loop for. It's a brain glitch. I like to think, but what they
Yeah.
experience is much heavier than that because they dip in perception constantly, and there needs to be a certain level of communication between the alters to like maintain a healthy life.
Yeah.
And that's
Like my friend has an entire server for it and stuff. And
yeah. And it's just
oh, yeah.
like when you look at OCD, that's as fuck. When you
Everything is fucked up.
yeah, everything is fucked up. You have imagine being an OCD person in a gallery with every painting is tilted.
Oh God, that sucks.
Yeah, imagine or like seeing something you cannot fix. They were just like they was.
I know the feeling. Sometimes I wonder if I have OCD because I feel like that a lot. Sometimes, like, just get fixed. Damn it! It's like yesterday when I was trying to
Yeah.
to put in the freaking HDD on my PC. Like the wires wouldn't put in properly. Then I would switch it. Then the HDD got stuck. Then I couldn't take it off. Then I had to, like a bunch of crap until at some point I wanted to take it. I wanted to take a fucking hammer and smash my PC to bits at some point.
Yeah,
Of course I didn't, but
it's imperfect, and that imperfection is a living torture.
Yes.
It is a living torture.
Yes, it's
basically.
like, God damn it, we're stressing the cables. They shouldn't be stressful, but it works. And eventually I was like, well, fuck it. I'll have to just put it like that. Guess it's gonna work, and it does work. But like, ugh.
Yeah. And it's just very small things. It's very small things. Again, all of the experiences from people who have various mental sicknesses or mental alignments, basically, how they maybe it's slightly different. Maybe they have some experience that basically left a
Yeah.
tick. Like again, even like such a simple thing as just playing with your hair. If it's long enough, you just
Yeah, like currently
twirl
right
it,
now,
twirl
I'm
it,
playing
twirl
with
it,
the
twirl it,
Kleenex.
twirl it, twirl it, twirl it. It's just a natural reaction of our body.
Yeah,
Same with
yeah,
just
like
same with moving your hands as you talk because we want to be expressive, but some of that expression is very involuntary. Same with you expressed it yourself too. There is whistling and there is the
yeah, that too.
that is also a way you express yourself, but you don't really control
Notice
it,
it.
do you?
Yeah, but to other people it's annoying as fuck. Which is why I've always been told to stop doing it, but then it's like I can't really, and I stop for like 5 seconds, and then I start again, and then they're
Yeah,
like,
it's an involuntary thing. That's what I want to. That's what I
like you
want
feel like
to.
you should be able to stop it, but you can't. But you can also. It's off. It's weird.
That's why I want this show to be maybe not
Yeah.
super popular, but like some. I want some people to sit down and listen to us talk about these random situations in our life and realize that this is not like some psychological thriller in which Johnny Oldboy might turn into a monster demon anytime soon if you don't close the door properly. That's actually a horror movie I would watch. Never mind.
uh,
uh, I want people to know who watch this. I want them to know that this is normal. It's normal to feel to do these weird
yeah, there
weird
is no
things.
normal.
It's normal to do these weird things if you have those afflictions, if you have those
Hmm.
mental quirks to yourself. It's absolutely normal. It's the same thing as, unfortunately, is not quite useful as a super ability, but but think X Men, right? When you look at X Men and you think they breathe fire, you don't think, what the fuck is that? That is weird. You think, breathe fire, so cool. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's those differences. I think, might not be same reaction. I don't want to get onset asthma with it's in surprise and astonishment, but just appreciate more how much effort people get into to maintain their
Yeah.
normal life, even
It's like,
despite all this weird
yeah.
shit.
It's like, for example, I didn't do the dishes, but I did shave, but I didn't like cut my nails. But like, I'm
That
sure the
is a
second she
victory.
comes in,
That is a
yeah,
victory.
the second she comes in, she's gonna whine about the dishes being out while not seeing the fact that, hey, I shaved when I didn't for an entire week.
Yeah, it's
And
that
for
is
them, it's like, I don't care. You should be able to do more. Because my dad's uh, mentality is more like, you shouldn't be praised for doing something that should be normal.
that is
Like
yeah.
it shouldn't be. So then and then I'm like, yeah, but maybe there's more effort put into it. And it's like, yes, but like, it should be normal. It's normal. It's not something to be proud of.
It
Like
depends on the
he told
person.
us.
It depends on
Yeah,
the person. Yeah.
he told me a story once where there was this student that was chronically arriving late, like always, like maybe 15-20 minutes late, until one day they arrived on time for once. And the person was like, yes, I finally arrived on time. And my dad was like, what are you so proud about? Get on the seat. You're supposed to be on time always. Like, and I was like, Dad, you don't know what the fuck that person did to arrive on time. And he's like, yeah, but you're supposed to arrive on time. Like, it's the rules. I don't care. Yes, the person might have done things and it would have been extremely difficult for them, but I can't really praise them for doing something that is to be expected.
That's I
At
feel
least
like
that's
that's
what I
a
understood from it.
yeah, such a weird mentality to have. So, does he also not really recognize his own achievements if he doesn't do it exactly like the rules told him to do it?
What do you mean by that?
Well, exactly. So, for example, if it's like he has a job, right? And
Yeah.
what's his job?
It's like he teaches ventilation systems,
Oh,
like how
okay.
to draw the plans for ventilation
Okay, so
systems.
imagine if he spent hours and hours and hours and hours and hours helping the project, right? Helping a
Yeah.
person do the project, and it's like really hard. And he succeeds in the project, but it's not how to say, it's not conventional. Maybe the student added his own ideas to it. Maybe it's like the stuff like this, right?
I don't
Creative.
think he's like that. He's more
Okay. Okay.
he
Cool.
to be fair, he's a really, really understanding person. Okay, he just has
Yeah.
this mindset of like
Rules. 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 Yeah. I know that
more
thing.
more like for example, um, let's say it's more of the mindset of like, you shouldn't praise someone for eating because eating is normal.
Yeah.
Like
Okay. Okay.
even of
Okay.
course, but before they would praise me because I had issues eating, I had RFIS, which is
Bishop
I
underscore
think
the
it's
underscore Warforged said what's going on here handsome?
avoidant intake
Diana
food
said Diana
disorder,
heart.
which is a food disorder that affects children, which makes them extremely picky or not feel hunger or anything. Which is
Mm-hmm.
why I had a tube going into my stomach for the first 12 years of my life, and and I still remember when I asked, "Hey, can I
TXX
eat?"
said V
My
carry.
dad just went
Mental
up and
awareness
looked,
show I have been
"What?
preparing for pretty much
What?"
months.
And then I like, "Can I eat?" And my dad was like, "Ah." has to eat. Oh my
Yeah.
God, what the fuck? And then he called upstairs and stuff like and my mom was like, he has to eat. Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
never happened.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
so so like of course
Bishop
at first they were
underscore the
like, oh
underscore
great, you ate your
Warford
entire
said
plate,
interesting. I
wee.
hope it does well,
Until
Ollie.
now, of course, they don't do it anymore. But
Yeah.
like, so I'm just saying, like, they're really good parents, and they know that sometimes it's harder to do things.
Vtuber said hopefully.
But at the same time, it's like it's a mix, I
I feel like
think.
people underestimate. They definitely do underestimate the value of affection. Just
Yeah,
simple
but
affection.
like it's like I guess for them it's like being clapped because you
Yeah.
put a fork a certain way. It's like
Yes.
why
Yeah.
do you
Yeah.
clap for that? Like
It's not. I guess I get it. That is
it's
not.
not amazing, you
It's
know?
not
Like so
amazing.
what's but yeah, they're my dad is more open than my mom. Very much open. He's like, I told him what to do, he'll do he'll do his own life. While my mom was like, no, you need to do this that way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But just to be clear, okay, they are very good parents. I'm
Oh yeah,
just
absolutely.
talking
I'm
about the
absolutely.
negative parts,
There is
okay?
there are
That
some situations when good parents, and I mean good parents, really good parents,
yeah,
they can misunderstand some
yeah,
impulses. They can
exactly.
misunderstand some things. They can just not every person is equipped to deal with like a list
Yeah, yeah,
certain list
like
of
example, yeah, like
quirks.
my dad once saw me clean my entire room by myself, and he sat with me and talked to me about stuff, and I told him about the sofa. So it's like it's not like they're not trying. It's just sometimes they forget. It's like
It's very
it's
hard to take into account things that you do not
exactly,
found
yeah.
normal.
It's like how a lot of things I did with my DID friend could be considered abusive, I guess, maybe in a way, but like you don't understand, and I get that. But I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. My parents aren't perfect. No one is perfect.
We learn,
So
hopefully we
yeah,
learn from what we
yeah.
do, and
I
hopefully
mean,
we
I
learn.
definitely did learn. That's for sure.
Yeah, we hopefully we learn from our past and learn from we did.
Mm,
Thank you, internet. Yes, we can. You can cancel me for saying that people can learn. Fuck all of you. Anyway,
mm.
I'm just saying, like, this is just a side quip. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know what canceling is. It's
uh,
yeah.
but yeah, I think that's another thing I want to do is learn. I want to learn about
Yes.
people. I want people to learn about themselves a little bit, maybe, and for people to who watch me potentially, maybe I don't know,
Hmm.
also will also realize maybe some things about themselves, right?
Yeah, another potential thing about my dad, maybe that's why he's kind of
Hello,
he's a
NFTs.
really hard worker.
Oh yeah.
Like he's the reason we
Annotative
even have a
traded my
three-story
stream with
house
two
in the first
viewers.
place. Like he would work from sun up to sundown as a child, digging graves in cemetery and stuff like that. From like 12 till I don't know how much. He
Yeah.
was always working. So and then he just sees me being like, I don't want to. He's like, well, fuck you, little. Like I was
Vtuber said
working when I was
thanks
your
for the
age.
raid.
Get up and do the freaking lawn. You know, that
Yeah.
type of thing.
I feel
So
like
I can understand what he's going through when he just sees me seemingly not wanting to do any chores whatsoever.
yeah,
But
it's again
like
hard to
it's
filter your
yeah.
perspective with the other perspective of the person involved
Yeah.
because what you
But I'm like
see.
at least my dad is like, okay, tell me what you experienced and I'll try to understand. Like
That's
he actually
important.
listens instead
That
of
is
my mom who's
important.
like, hey, yeah, 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 yeah.
That is
And
important.
yeah, but my dad actually is like, okay, well, I'll hear what you have to say, which is really good, which is why I sometimes go more to my dad than my mom.
Yeah, the foundation of listening, being a good listener builds
Mm,
trust. It does.
yeah.
When I sit here, notice how I just sat there and I talked occasionally something. I just dropped a thing on you, right? And I mentioned the situation, and you were the one who talked most of the time because you are so.
I was.
Yeah, you're so interested in sharing what you feel like. You're interested in
Oh yeah, yeah,
sharing.
yeah. I do tend to ramble a lot sometimes,
Yeah,
which is
that's a
good,
normal
especially
thing.
for VTubing.
That's a normal thing for any person when they
And it's
when they
funny
talk about
because
their experiences, right?
yeah,
They
yeah,
want to share.
and yeah, and in real life, I'm the quietest kid in the corner reading a book.
That's fine too. Honestly, I'm saying I'm not exactly
Mm.
talkative outside of streaming either. I'm just
Yeah,
kind of
me.
I'm
Yeah.
sitting here watching a YouTube video like that's me. That's me. I'm just like, like or me laying down on my bed and watching 7 hours video of some random guy surviving 1,000 days in Project Zomboid. That's just a
Yeah.
thing. That is just a
Mm.
thing that happens. That's my day.
The internet is a good place for stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I do imagine this kind of normal. To normalize this would actually lead to a lot of people understanding it more because this is
I think
normal.
we should also kind of take a step back too and normalize not understanding, I
Oh
guess,
yeah,
maybe.
absolutely, absolutely. Not understanding does not make you a war criminal, obviously.
No, no, but I mean like the other person not understanding.
Oh yeah, not understanding does
Yeah.
not make like if you are a parent, if you are a friend of someone who's experiencing really hard troubles, if you are not qualified to deal with it, you can't just you all you really can do is approach them, pat them on the back, and say it's will be fine, and then direct them to
Yeah.
someone who can help. Because
Mm.
I know that a lot of people have tried to help in their own
And
way
made everything worse. I've had that
and
experience
made
too.
everything worse, absolutely. And that is not it's fine to accept the reality that you either do not understand or just cannot do not have all the pieces of the puzzle.
I've tried being a supporter in a lot of mental Discord servers, and eventually, after I think a year or two, I actually had to like realize I suck at helping people. Maybe I shouldn't do this crap anymore.
Even me, I was trained for this. I
Oh,
realize fully I do not understand everything. I do not.
yeah, okay.
I do not understand how some trauma works, affects the mind. I don't understand why certain things cause certain things. I do not know
Yeah,
the long, prolonged scientific explanation of why.
I mean that's why records exist.
Yeah, it's like why this thing. I do not know a lot of things, and it's fine to admit that I do not know it.
Mm,
Same with others. It's fine to admit that you do not know this too. Uh, Maybe that's why you listen to this one. Maybe that's where you listen to VODs, right? To a
yeah.
VOD on my YouTube channel. Maybe that's why you listen
Another
to this.
thing
Huh?
about not knowing and my parents is once okay we sat down and they were like okay so what can we do to help you? And then I'm like, I don't know. And then they kind of just threw their arms in the air, like, what the fuck should we do then? Because they basically discovered that the only way to get me to do something is to scream at me. And they don't like to do that. I don't like to do that, but they can't find any other way. So, yeah.
It's fine that even the person who has the thing, most likely you also have no fucking clue what to do with it.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I'm not like, okay, how can we make you do X thing? I don't know. I don't know.
It's
Leave
like
it there and not tell me anything. But then they're like, but they'll just stay there and stink for 3 weeks. Okay, but for me it's fine. I don't give a crap. But then of course that's the problem with living with your parents or
eh,
anyone else really.
it's a problem of
If I if
expectations. Honestly, it's
like
expectations.
right now currently there's a garbage bag outside my room. Three Kleenex boxes on the ground. The garbage can is full as fuck, and I don't care. My parents come in and see that, and they'll freak out. That's for sure. But I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's again, that's something I think a lot of people will when they also listen
Mm,
to the wording, right? This is like when usually people say "I don't give a fuck," right?
yeah.
What it implicates is that I can do something about it, but I don't want to, right? I don't wanna. I don't
It's
wanna.
yeah. It's a bit like that.
It's a
But
bit
at
like
the
that,
same
but
time
there
it's
is a different factor involved in it that is hard to
it's kind of
really.
both. It's both. It's like I don't care, but there's also this really hidden thing called executive dysfunction that you probably don't even know about.
Yeah, yeah. It's again
Mm,
everything. There must be a normal okay. Let's rephrase everything I just said about understanding.
uh-huh.
Let's say it's okay to try. It's normal to try and understand. It's normal to try and be
Yes, yes.
open-minded about things. It's not normal to be a completely closed-minded asshat that does not
Yes.
even try to listen to someone, does not even try to understand someone, and I don't really give a fuck about what you should say. But if you don't extend the courtesy of trying to understand and listen to someone out, I do not believe I should extend you the same courtesy of understanding of why you don't give a fuck. Let's be real, right?
Mm, yeah.
And
There's
it's
also the fact that if someone to like, I can sometimes be like that because people, especially my parents, they're like, are you gonna clean stuff? And I'm like, yeah, okay. And they come back 30 minutes later and they're like, are you gonna clean stuff? Yeah, I will. And at some point, I just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I just stopped caring.
yeah, it's again little things that go from
Yeah.
or other little things that
Mm-hmm.
slowly form who we are as people. And some of us are very lucky to have very good people in
Yes,
our
like
lives.
me.
Yeah,
Yes,
some
yes,
of us
like
are
me.
really lucky to have a roof above our head, food in our
Mm-hmm.
in our place, a job we can go to. Maybe
Yeah,
it's not the most exciting job in the world, but
but
it
it's a
is a
thing.
job. It is a job
Yeah.
that pays money, and that money sustains you and your
Mm-hmm,
existence,
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm,
maybe
mm-hmm.
even brings you close to your dream
Like
potentially,
VTubing.
like VTubing, yeah. And ultimately, despite all of the bizarreness, all of the weird situations, all of the unorthodox, uh, often slightly comedic situations we find ourselves in, like
Yeah.
in hindsight, a lot of this shit is just hilarious. It's just like, what the fuck were
Yeah, it is. Like, why are you trying to put a sock in the fridge? I don't know.
what is that like brain? It's like you sit there in a cinema of your own memories and you look at that and you just like lean, you know, that position when you lean with your cheek on your fist and
Yes,
really
I do that a lot. That's like my default position. You can see that when I'm VTubing because my character like leans to the side sometimes.
yeah, it's just like a face of astonishment, of pure astonishment on yours. Like, okay, okay.
Okay, that happened.
Yeah, that was a thing, wasn't it? You can laugh about
Yeah.
it in hindsight, but a lot of the situations that we talk about are obviously very frustrating, very stressful in the moment. But it's really
Mm,
good also that we can laugh about it in the end, right? Like
mm,
that indicates that you do have people in your life that are understanding, at least try to
yeah.
understand, and that does
Mm-hmm.
indicate because a lot of people, and I met them, they do not really have that reprieve of people trying to understand them. They don't have the reprieve of stability, right? I imagine like what a train wreck that thing would be in someone's life who's unstable. They don't have those things, several things we do, right? They don't
Yeah.
have a lot of things. Some probably there are probably homeless people out there suffering from mental illnesses, and that's
Well, I mean, that's the given. Yeah, it's a thing. Maybe not everyone, obviously, but yeah, it's a thing.
yeah, it's a thing, and it's just it just really saddens me to think about the fact that some the uh, the awareness of those issues and the awareness of being simply understanding the basic human decency of understanding isn't as widespread as I'd hope it would be.
Definitely not.
And maybe if we are all little or just a little bit more understanding, uh, maybe we can find ourselves more, you know, be caring.
You asshat.
Hey, I'm not.
That sounds like a dad joke.
Uh, it is a dad joke.
Yeah, that's like my dad did well. Okay, they only work in French. Damn
I
it.
just got
The
Um,
bonked
cyber
for
baboon
that.
said that joke hurt.
I
and
bonked for.
worse, by a baboon.
I got bonked by a baboon for that. That joke hurt. I'm glad. I'm sad. I'm satisfied because every time I do a dad joke, I just listen to the other room. And you know what happened one time with a dad
What?
joke? I sat there in a hospital, right? And it's just like
Yeah.
a random. I heard someone speak about something, and I just turned around, that face, and replied and blurted out the biggest dad joke I could think of in the moment. Everyone in the room heard it. everyone in the room heard it. There was silence, and I just leaned down, closed my eyes, and just listened to the room erupting in the just like a
What
wave,
the fuck?
just like a wave flow flew past me of like
What the fuck? Okay.
yeah, that was the most satisfying thing you can possibly do. That is the
How is
most.
that satisfying? I would be embarrassed as fuck.
I have that dad energy that
Ah.
that cringe makes me feel alive when I can like lightly embarrass someone or like do the dad joke. It's just like, ooh,
That
this is
is true. I
cute.
do like embarrassing someone. I
That
don't know
is that
why.
is very seeing people flustered or like slightly like,
Oh,
oh,
it's so cute. Yes, yes, yes.
it's
I
so
like it.
cute. It's so very cute. I like it. It's just like, I don't know.
I
Maybe
like
it's
it
like a
too.
little bit of like sadistic streak there. Just a little bit.
That
Just a little
reminds me.
bit.
Once I was in high school, and did you ever play Persona 4?
Yes, I did. One of my favorite games actually.
Okay, I played it like 4 times, but I don't know why, but when I was in school, Nanako,
Yes.
the little kid,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know why, but I found her, or no, wait, not Nanako, I meant Yukiko.
Ah,
The,
yeah.
the sounds they make when they fall over fainted. I found that really cute. I don't know why, like just the sounds of them, and my friends
Uh,
just looked at me like, "You're a fucking sadistic." And I'm like, no, it's cute. It's like, it's like, I don't know. I found it cute. I don't know why.
yeah, yeah, that's just a little. There is just a little bit of that letter
It's
S.
probably a bit like that, yeah.
Just a
Or
little bit of
like,
that letter S there.
yeah, like I don't know, but maybe I probably sadistic, but I don't know. I mean, I am sadistic. I mean, we all are at some point. Maybe I don't know.
Uh,
Maybe.
I feel like there needs to be like a line passing by the screen saying, "Warning, copium." Warning,
Yeah.
copium.
But yeah, I don't know why. It's like I would hear like, God damn it, I can't do the sound. Well,
Yeah,
anyway, it
I
was
know what
this
you mean. I
mode
know what you
sound
mean. It's
place
very
thing.
cute. It's very cute. I know what you mean. It's very
I
cute.
don't know why, but
Honestly, that's one of my favorite things about Persona 4 is the is Narukami Yu. He is despite the
the
fact
who?
that the protagonist, the white
Oh, the you, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, you. What about him stands out? I think compared to other Persona games is like Persona 3 protagonist. He's just kind of there. He deadpan. All of the Persona protagonists have their own like
I've only played 4 Golden
yeah.
and Persona 5, so
All of the Persona protagonists have this built-in personality, right?
Frothy Hunter said
yeah.
Fufu.
Just a little bit of that, just a
Frothy
little
Hunter
bit
said your
later.
raid is coming.
Ooh, raid is coming. Nice. I'll be waiting for that.
How much?
God damn.
What?
You're not on your own channel, so you can be like, hey, what are you, like
Shut-
small streamer?
I'm a small streamer and I really like people.
Yeah, I get that. But yeah, what I noticed is that there is this inherent personality, and Narukami Yu is that's oh Quest
Chris
von
Von
Foster.
Fostus.
Quest von Fostus. Thank you for
Links
raid.
_0 said
Valhalla,
raid for Valhalla.
nice. Hello
Just
there.
rated my
I mean,
stream
hello.
with
Wait,
9
I'm not on
views.
my chat anymore.
Thank you for the raid, everyone. This is
I
Vtuber.
forgot I wasn't streaming.
Yeah, this is
So I was
the
like, hello there, like on my chat.
Quest Van Faustus said hi hello.
hello. This is Vcaring.
Frothy Hunter said hello raid.
This
Wait,
is a weekly
we've
show.
been rambling forever.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap in a moment. Don't worry about it. We're gonna wrap up in a moment.
Wait, what were you talking? We were talking about.
We were talking about just normal stuff, basically. Honestly, we're just talking about normal shit at this point. We're talking about
We
normal
went from
stuff.
Persona 4 Golden to. Oh yeah, you said
Yeah,
they have
no,
this sort of like.
Built-in personalities, and I'm just
Yeah.
finishing my thought here. Yu Narukami has that thing where he says the most ridiculous shit in
You
the
mean
most.
the anime?
No, not only that. There's some options in the game you can do,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and he said
Cyber
the
Baboon said you were talking about Yukiko's holy nose, yes.
Shut up, baboon. Shut up. That was me in high school, okay? Shut up.
Copium. Anyway. Yeah. And he has that personality traits. For example, you can choose a dialogue option when you first put your hand into the TV, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, it bit me. I'm gonna die now.
Yes,
I'm gonna
those
die
options.
now.
There's like, no, you didn't. Like Chie, I think she's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah,
like, no, it didn't.
I'm gonna die now. No, you didn't. No, you won't. This is you personality. This is inherent traits of his dialogue that you can choose.
But I never noticed those personalities. I
He's-
just
he's
figured
the-
it was
he's
the
that
dev saying, let's put that.
He's that shitlord because he's the same way in the anime.
Okay, what about Persona 5?
Persona 5, he's kind of edgy.
Edgy?
He's kind of
What does
edgy.
edgy even mean?
Well, he has a knife, so he obviously has an edge.
Oh, shut up. That's like us in French. We call it crème sur.
Yeah.
And sur in French could mean either sur, which is certain, or sur, like on something. So it's cream on something. Like,
I love how
that's
this
right.
this is the first thing people hear from me when they raid me. Edge.
It's a edge.
It's an edge E. Ooh. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all. Anyway, but yeah, a lot of
Let's
the
move on.
the Persona 5 protagonist has that inherent
Questman Faustus said edge, and serving the cream. Perfect thing to come in on.
Shut up, Vaughn.
Serving critical
Wait.
focus to come in.
I always forget I'm not on my stream. Damn it.
Questman Faustus said part a demon cack.
Party Demon Kek. I love this one. I love how my TTS reads out the names of
I
the
don't hear
emotes.
that. Hang on, let me.
It's just like a deadpan. Party Demon Kek. It's just deadpan robotic Party Demon Kek.
Wait, hang on. I'm going to open my. I mean, I'm. Hang on. I'm not gonna speak so I can hear it. DTRSTD. Wait, hang on. Let's see what happens if I do this.
ZippyVtuber said Cos gun JK.
It actually reads. Cause extended care of J. It's funny. It's literally funny. Look at this. Look at this. Also, you can.
Faustus said that's amazing.
I can barely hear it though.
Look at this.
You need to up the volume.
Theobs 13 gun, Theobs 13 gun, Theobs 13 gun.
Also, you can put filters on it, so it says different things instead of the things you.
Faustus said carrot.
Theob Sekriver said I am a bottom, I am a bottom, I am a bottom, I am a bottom.
I put a filter there.
With Von first said carrot.
I put a person there. I put a filter on my Obdiobs 13 lol, so it says instead Diobs 13 lol. It says I am a bottom. It's a trap for people who wanna spam this emote on me.
ZippyVtuber said live load.
Yeah, it's funny. It's really funny. I think it's one of those things I'm gonna cherish while I'm a small VTuber, because fuck no, I'm using it when I'm bigger. No, please no.
You really should. That's like me with bonking.
Yeah, it's just like I just imagined it for a moment, and it's just a sad. This was sad. This was a 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 sad.
I would imagine it would break at some point.
It does break at some point. It already breaks at some point.
Oh no.
Questman Faustus said it would never catch up.
It would literally never catch up.
Hang on. I'm trying to.
You're trying to What do you trying to
I'm trying to hear the. You should
Maybe
put it louder.
Maybe raise.
I just muted.
Maybe raise the audio.
It's already at the max volume.
Oh, maybe like this.
And if I raise it higher, you're gonna be killing my ears.
Okay, like this maybe.
Huh?
Just
Wait, hang on. I'm gonna open the sound.
ZippyVtuber said XCVBGHJNMKL.
Like that?
Hang on. Yes, that's a bit better. I don't know if it's because everybody was quiet though.
Yeah, it's probably because everyone was quiet. Well, either way, I think I'm gonna wrap up in a moment. I think I enjoyed this conversation a lot. This was a cool conversation, though, right?
Cyber
Yes.
Baboon said
ZippyVtuber
so. Now
said
let's get back to the topic at hand. Unericami's falling modes.
I like how I can hear myself.
Cyber Baboon, go suck in a cucumber, please.
I tried to say both at the same time.
Go suck in a cucumber, please.
Oh, cucumbers.
Cucumbers, yee, nice.
Why are there no cucumbers? Oh, there's a butt emote. Hang on.
Cyber Baboon said anything for you, Lord. I am Bobo the Clown.
I forgot about that one. I'm Bobo the Clown. Either way, yeah, we just. I think that's what this is what I want to do. I want to vibe with people. I want to laugh with them. I want to talk about some
Yeah.
random shit. I want to talk about their issues. I want to talk about my issues that might relate to their issues. I want to talk about the
Yeah.
acceptance of those things. So final section, I think, what I personally would recommend to people who encounter others like yourself with executive dysfunction, not like even yourself, because you clearly have a handle on yourself that I don't think I've seen a lot of people have.
Wait, really?
Yes.
What do you mean? Like, you mean I'm managing? Is what you meant?
Yes, you manage to manage potato. You manage your condition fairly well
Yeah.
when compared to a lot of people, because again, this is the example of what a supportive structure can do to a person who suffers from a certain amount of ailments. You have an actual understanding of them, and you have an actual positive outlook on things. Like you have
Yeah,
a,
yeah. I think it's because the fact that I almost died at birth and was like 9 months in hospital and had 12 years of really, really huge medical following and just not caring and like just being happy at being alive certainly helped for sure.
Question Fausta said having a support structure makes such a
And
difference.
having a positive outlook.
yeah, it makes such a difference that not a lot of people really notice. So when you sit down, right, when someone and when you see someone struggle to do something, be it a simple job or a simple task, there's like maybe they're like working on a castle of cards, the random shit, right? And it clearly takes them a lot. They have been sitting there for a few hours. They have been struggling to do this, you know.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine to sit down
Help
with
them.
them. It's fine to help them. It's fine
Westman
to sit
Fausta
down
said,
here.
oh yeah, me too. I was born with the umbilical cord around my neck, had to be born early.
Yeah, I was listening to chat for a second, but yeah.
Oh, I forget because sometimes you just randomly stop speaking. I'm like, what? Did my mic die? Did my
No, no, no,
headset
no,
die?
no.
And then I
If
realized
I
I forgot that the text to speech thing
It speaks.
existed
Yeah,
because
it
I have your
speaks.
stream muted.
It speaks sometimes. But yeah, it's
Westman
fine
Fausta
to
said my bad.
it's fine to really sit down with these people, help them first of all, and then just I guess even a trivial thing, right? Even a trivial thing like you're doing good. You're doing this looks cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it
you
would
tried
be
hard.
extremely
Yeah, it would be extremely
helpful.
that person who sits
Like,
there.
saying I'm glad you did the dishes instead of whining that I didn't do the laundry is much like
Yeah.
saying I didn't do the dishes. Well,
Imagine like simple
saying,
situation.
"Oh, you shaved. I'm nice job," would
Yeah,
be much
same
more helpful
situation.
than just saying, "Hey, you didn't do the dishes. Come do the dishes."
Same situation. You come home, right? And you overcome yourself and you do something. If a response to that is it's even
Whining
like
you didn't
saying,
do X thing is
yeah,
horrible.
it's probably going to go into your head that doing something results in doing another things are mentioned it by being bad, and it's sort of a growing snowballing
Maybe I should
thing.
explain that to my parents. That could be a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's a snowballing effect in which you have the association, and you have the association where you do something, and it doesn't matter that you do something because whatever that you are doing something, they're still gonna
Yeah,
find anything,
and
whatever the hell
goes
to
into
not
the
do.
and that goes into the mindset that I was talking about, where like where they have this mindset of like, why should I congratulate you for doing this extremely simple thing? It's like, congrats, you put the toast in the toaster. Woohoo! Like nobody congratulates
You
someone
don't
to
need to
do
even
that. Like,
congratulate, right? You need to
huh?
imagine the situation. Your mom looks at you, she says that you did dishes, right? And she says,
Yeah,
"Thank you for doing dishes."
that's good.
Yes, you've immediately that those neurons that you were. Everyone wants appreciation, no matter what. We
Yeah,
want
obviously.
appreciation. So
Mm-hmm.
what when this happens? Thank you for doing the dishes. There is appreciation. There is like even
Yes.
small bits of it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not like a cake, statue
Yeah,
erected.
but it's
Like
something, you know?
it's very small thing, but it's seemingly such an insignificant thing that it goes into your mind.
My
It
my
also
my my
goes into your
father,
mind.
yeah, my father is better for that sort of thing. Like once he knew that I didn't plan on doing the lawn, but I was really upset, but I did it anyway. And after a while, he came and he's like, "Thank you for doing the lawn." And I'm like, I think at the time it was kind of upset. I was like, or something,
Yeah,
because I was still upset that I took 2 hours to do it. But
and you just
looking
stood
back, I was
there,
like, I should
and you just stood there and was like, oh.
have maybe.
Yeah, it was just it went into your mind right away. That's it. That's your day made. You extended your so much
Yeah. I
effort.
have this. Yeah, it's like I did the lawn. Okay, time to go relax for the entire day and lay in my bed, and lay on my bed. And while meanwhile my parents are like, no, you should do the lawn, then do the dishes, then cook with us, then do this. And I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah, it's again, it's
I'm not normal.
positive.
Shut up.
Sometimes positive reinforcement, small ones. You don't need to. You don't need to.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
you go
yeah.
chump. It's always it snowballs. It's definitely a snowball effect that goes and goes and goes and goes. And maybe after a week of doing something right, and receiving a thank you for you did or you did good or this looks cool or maybe a week of that you will listen you will think you will sit down and think about it. What will doing this bring me potentially, right?
Yeah. Okay, you should. Yeah, positive reinforcements is really much better. Like.
What that thing
Yeah.
will do to
It's
me, and you remember all those times when people appreciated the amount of effort
yeah.
you were given for the effort you spent. Obviously, you still need to. It's not going anywhere. Your executive dysfunction is not going
Yeah. It's gonna
anywhere.
stay there. Yeah.
Yeah, but what does go in is that you have an association with an event that happened when you overcame some aspect of it that
Yeah.
ultimately resulted with you being thanked, you being appreciated, you being there, someone being there and saying how good of a job you did, right? And that thing might just push you a little more, just a tiny bit more, to stand up
Yeah.
and do something else. Eventually,
Yeah.
it's
I
a
should.
flow
I should have a.
process.
Yeah. I should have a talk about them about that.
You talk to your parents about it. Just explain to them it's not something you want to. That is a solution. That is a long term solution. And if it works, good. If it I'm just giving some advice from my perspective, but
Yeah.
positive association definitely can and will add to whatever motivation you have because we
Because right
people.
now my only motivation for doing stuff is, well, I gotta do it because mom will get angry if I don't.
Yeah, and it's not the worst. It's not the best motivation ever. It's not
Yeah.
the best because you don't, you have nothing in in this equation that would push you beyond your limits. And
Like the only reason I do it if like being alone is a double-edged sword because you don't have a reason to clean, but you kind of need to, and
yeah, it's
like
like I feel like
yeah.
again
Anyway,
supportive
yeah.
structure. Support structure works both ways. It's not only person supports you. It's also you realize that it's not only me who I'm supposed to help cleaning, right? Maybe I don't care, but this person who appreciates me and who loves me for what I am and who thanks me for doing all this hard work, they probably might feel uncomfortable. So that sort of stacks, and there's certain little things that factors that add to it,
Okay.
and maybe, just maybe, I'm not saying it again triumphs over like suddenly you're cured.
Nah,
That'd be
they're not that. Yeah,
yeah, it's just
they've
like
been living with me for 20.
yeah, and
I
it's
work.
just yeah, and it's very important. Again, not just small things here and there. Just thank you for your job, thank you for this. Maybe they brought you something for it. Maybe like a I don't know, a chocolate, a piece of chocolate or something like, or just a small little
I kind of have
thing.
to create my own rewards sometimes.
Yeah, it's just your own little thing, just something that feels nice, that feels really good, that feels really good, something that you can look back and look, oh, I'm glad I did this,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad I stepped
Currently,
over
my
myself.
more positive motivation is more like do this because future Zippy will be pouty or something. I don't know. Wait, that's not positive. Never mind. I didn't say
Yeah, it's not positive at all. But yeah,
it.
I think hindsight
Yeah.
allows us to think about all certain situations that we look back and go, oh, I wouldn't have done. I would be much less
Because like
happier
yeah,
if I did not do this thing, or much.
unless though there is this one positive where it's like maybe I should take a shower because afterward I feel amazing. And then I'm like, but it's such work to get in the fucking shower. Like, well, you can do it because you'll feel better afterwards. And I'm like, like actually took one and actually washed my hair today.
Yeah, see,
I think it's good. Yeah. But I don't know why I did that. But anyway.
there is a certain system of self rewards I personally employ. uh,
Oh,
Little things I do to myself to keep to keep myself from actually, like when example that situation with moving things from up to down. What I think,
yeah.
what I have is I'm gonna grab a small treat if I do this, but not if I don't do this, right? B,
Yeah. Like, yeah. I do that too sometimes. Yeah.
yeah, B is that I
It's just
obviously
a
going to
problem doing that
receive,
with people in the
yeah,
house.
I'm going to receive a thank you because I know I will. We are friendly here. They were gonna receive a
Yeah.
thank you and like, oh, thank you very much. It's I thank you for your trouble. You didn't have to. That is the text sometimes I hear, and it's exhilarating because I exerted so much effort. I pushed myself off from up. I have a little bit of a hard difficulty walking too, so it's even harder. it's
Oh,
a
okay.
it's a limp, a little bit of a limp because of a
Okay.
old accident. But yeah, it's just like I pushed myself. I went to the third floor. I'm on the second one, the third floor, and I pushed down this hard thing, this very heavy thing, on a very dangerous staircase down
Yeah.
to the first
But then
floor.
but then other people could be like, yeah, but that's not the same as brushing your teeth or something.
Yeah, but it's the same effect. It's really the same
Yeah, but
effect.
people
An
don't
80s
understand
VT
that.
said and destroyed his
And
back.
destroyed his back.
Yeah, that that might have happened too.
An 80s VT said and destroyed it more from laughter.
Yes, I did. My back was
Oh,
dead from
okay.
laugh. But yeah, ah, the stretching engine.
Selings_Wo said his back.
It's currently almost 7 p.m.
Nah,
Uh,
it's not. I didn't destroy my back silings. Don't take everything so seriously. It's just what it was hurting
oh,
for a
okay, you
little
actually
bit.
didn't? I was wondering.
Yeah, it just hurt a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
An
fine.
80s VT said yeah his back.
Fucking hell.
Oh, I see.
And that
He's
is
the first.
An 80s
I don't
VT
know,
said
the
wiggle
first.
eyebrows.
okay. I'd say fuck you, but that's what you want, so I'm not gonna do that.
How about say fudge you? No, wait, that's still even what he wants because there'll be a bunch of fudge.
Yeah, duck wants fudge. Fudge.
Wiggle eyebrows. Oh no.
Selings_Wo said, does someone need to teach how to arch his back so it
No. No, we do not need to teach you how to arch your back.
No, you don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. Yeah, but let's just before we start getting teased by the chat.
An 80s VT said ha 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 ha
Let's-
ha.
And in the
Thank you.
vibe of this conversation, I did a posture check.
Yeah, thank you.
An 80s VT said he wants to shake his
I'm gonna
ass.
blow my nose, hang on.
Amazing. Anyway, I what I was talking about is that that same feeling you have of basically like doing something really hard
_owo said loot.
and
Talking
like,
about ass, I'm a zipper, so I can zip your pants up.
interesting. But yeah, talking about the giving them the
An 80s
reference.
VT
Pinky
said
Fox
no
one
you.
said good morning late.
See, it's already broke.
Okay, put my headset back on.
Yeah, but like not the back, the TTS. It already started reading stuff.
_owo said no.
But yeah, what I
An
was to
80s
say is
VT
this.
said no.
Okay.
You wanted to say that you were a zipper so you can zip pants up?
No.
Boo.
Okay. That's.
No, it's because my name is Zippy from...
Yeah, I know. Zip it, please. Anyway.
Can I go eat?
Yeah, I'm just final topic, I think. Final topic today, but yeah.
Final
That's-
topic is me being a zipper. Breaking news. Zippy
Breaking
is
news,
a zipper.
Zippy is the zipper. Dun, 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 we end. That's all, folks.
An 80s VT said he can't close the zipper back after going to the bathroom.
Cyber Baboon said I would bonk you but Duck would enjoy it. True
Duck?
dilemmas.
Who's Duck?
And that is, she's duck.
Huh?
She's
Oh,
a-
wait, she's a duck?
Yeah, she's a duck
He,
VTuber. She's a duck
Ooh,
VTuber.
quack, quack.
Quack, quack,
Quack,
yeah.
quack.
An
Quack,
80s
quack,
VT
quack, quack,
said
quack.
ha,
Oh,
ha,
you're a
ha,
little
ha.
duckling. Quack, quack.
Yeah, duckling. And that is a naughty duckling.
Quack, quack.
Links
Quack, quack.
_owo
An
said
80s
do
VT
links
said
Quack, quack.
quack.
You forgot you quack quack quack. I'm trying to read that. Oh God, how is the TTTS reading? Quack quack.
Quack. Quack, quack? Okay.
Hang on, I'm going to copy paste it.
Yeah.
An 80s VT said an
So
80s
links
3
_owo
bonk,
said,
an
is
80s
this
3
a
bonk, an 80s
therapy
3 bonk. An 80s VT said wait
Hang
so
on.
links look.
Uh-huh.
An
I
80s
couldn't
VT
hear
said, I
anything
am a
because it
bottom,
talked
I am
over
a bottom,
itself.
I am a
Fuck
bottom, I
you,
am a bottom.
TTS.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Don't say fuck you, TTS. It might just enjoy it. Like,
Ah, shut up.
I'm not surprised. I would not be surprised if half of the people around me and half of the machines around me are horny or main. Please
links
save me.
_owo said silly no one does eat one egg all day
Of
long.
course, Links is completely confused. But
Yeah,
don't worry about that. They're always
being confused. That's like the theme of his life. Like
That sounds a
honestly,
bit like me too, because I
An 80s
mishear
VT said observer, I want
everything
observer to
sometimes.
hear
An
the
80s
wiggle
VT
emote.
said,
Especially
I
if
am
it's
a
loud or
bottom,
they
I
have
am
an
a
accent.
bottom,
And I'm
I
like,
am a
you
bottom,
said
I am a
what?
bottom.
And I said X thing, and I'm like, oh, okay, because I heard you like the POR,
Cyber Baboon said she's a
and
bottom, don't
thing.
question it. So links I like
Links
cookies.
and it was like, no, I said born, or something like that.
okay,
It's-
that's I have a funny story. I told several people about this.
An 80s
Oh.
VT said, I am a bottom, I am a bottom, I am a bottom, I am a bottom,
And it's
I am a
basically,
bottom, I am a bottom,
I love
I
how
am a
I love how
bottom,
we're
I
talking
am a
about
bottom,
interesting
I am a
stories
bottom,
as
I am a
as a
bottom,
sound
I am
of
a
a
bottom,
bottoming
I am a
is
bottom,
going
I
in
am
the
a bottom,
background.
I am a bottom, I
That
am
is
a
just
Oh,
bottom,
no,
I am a
wait, I
bottom,
wanna see how
I am
that
a
sounds. Hang
bottom,
on.
I am a bottom, I am a bottom, I am
Oh
a
God,
bottom,
it's the
am a
I am
bottom,
bottom
bottom, I am a
over
bottom, I am
and
a
over
bottom, I
again.
am a
Oh,
bottom,
no.
I am a bottom, I am a bottom,
Anyway,
I am a bottom, I am a
continue.
bottom.
Yeah. Okay. Final thing I want to say, like this is the
An
story
80s
related to
VT
that.
said, ha 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 ha.
And okay, so I was sitting there. It's 3 a.m. in the morning, obviously, like you always do.
Okay.
Hang out. It's old story as fuck. And I'm gonna say one thing, and you will understand how old the story. We were talking at Skype.
You were in a what?
Skype.
RuneScape?
No, Skype. It's a program.
Skype!
Skype. Yes, we were talking
Okay,
on Skype.
I heard Scape.
No, Skype.
Like Netscape.
No,
An
Skype.
80s VT said
Skype. Okay,
Skype.
Skype. Yes, I know
Yes,
what
we're
Skype
talking on
is.
Skype. So you understand how old as fuck this story is.
Yeah, okay.
and it was 3 a.m. and we were just kind of chilling, and it was a Russian conversation. And basically, I'm not gonna explain the intricacy of on translations because Russian is a fucking complicated language, and I was not paying attention. I was just kind of like
A
zoning
native's
out.
VT said observer can't speak, don't
Okay.
mind him.
And what happened is, and someone was talking about something, basically laughing about his dog being like leaning against the frame and like trying to not be noticeable, but obviously she was very noticeable in the door frame. He was just laughing. Oh, the dog is showing, and the way it sounded, it's Russian. There's sabaka palitsa in Russian. It sounds like the dog is showing, but I heard sabaka plavitsa. I heard the dog is melting. And I'm like, what the fuck? I immediately jumped forward. I was like, fuck, whose dog is melting? There was a silence. On the other side, there was complete, utter silence from all 6 channels of people involved in this conversation.
Oh no.
10.
Huh? Hello? Hello?
A native's VT said you are muted.
Observer.
Sorry. Okay, that was an appropriate silence, but I got distracted again.
Huh? What happened?
I got a call. It happens.
Oh.
A native's VT
Wait, you gotta
said
call
observer
at 1
clicked on the
a.m.?
muted button by accident again.
Huh?
You gotta call at this time of the night.
Yes, it's a thing. Sometimes I don't I don't
Okay.
I didn't want to live with this world. Sometimes don't worry about it.
Right. If I would have get a phone call in the middle of the night, I would be freaking out.
Yeah, it's
Because
just
that
like
never happens.
yeah. I just wanted to say like, oh no, it's fine. Just leave me the fuck alone. I'm doing something important. I'm gonna finish soon, and when we talk. But yeah, and it was like silence for 30 seconds. After those 30 seconds, which is coincidentally what exactly the amount of time I was talking on the phone, the call erupted in laughter. And that was just like it was just going around laughter. Everyone was laughing. I was fucking embarrassed. Because I was like, why would you assume someone's dog is melting? What are we in a fucking volcano? It's like, no. Is there an acid bath around? No. Another story of similar quality actually relates to Anatis when we played Sea of Thieves together, and I was like, okay, I love. When they say "love you," mwah, don't die, right?
Yeah?
To which Anatis promptly responded, "Huh? Don't go die." So you imagine the situation in which someone must have heard, "I love you, mwah, go die."
That's...
Just imagine someone approaching you, like a friend or someone you
Mwah,
know.
go
and it's
die.
like, it's like, I love you, smush forehead, go die. What the fuck is that, man? How do you potentially hear that? It's like, I know she explained how she heard that, but it's just like, okay, okay.
Yeah, I have a bunch of clips of me and mishearing stuff.
Yeah, it's just so lovely. That's this sort of this discrepancy between how you hear something and what had actually happened. Also, is a bit of a
Yeah.
trouble, a bit of a trouble. But sometimes it's funny in hindsight. But yeah, I think this is a good place to slowly wrap this
Indeed.
up, right?
We've been slowly wrapping this thing up for an hour.
Yeah, but it's cool. I think we learned a lot. I hope we both learned a lot about
Yeah.
each
Yeah.
other.
I don't know if I'm ever going to get around to telling my parents, hey, I mean, thank you, nice. But
If you
maybe
work
not.
yourself out on doing that, please do sit them down because it's a conversation. It's maybe not a long conversation, but a small conversation to
Yeah,
have.
well, you never know with my parents, but yeah.
And you sit them down and you explain to them that
Drag
this
them
is
from the
not
plane and sit them down.
this is not exactly the this is not like
Hmm?
a praise for normal things situation. This is a thing where it builds a habit. Ultimately, what it does is build a habit.
But then they'll probably complain that they always have to.
Hey, if you want to change something, that's something, right? And if they don't want to do
I'll
that,
see. I'll
yeah,
see.
and if they don't want to do that, then they don't really want to help, which is obviously
Well,
might
they've
come from a
already been
misguided.
really helpful.
Yeah, they've been really helpful, but it might it might just work. Who knows? You never know.
We'll see. I'll
Yeah,
see if anyway.
I'm very glad we started the show. I'm very glad I decided to invite people on it because
Mm.
honestly, this went much longer than ever expected it to go.
Me too. We were both rambling.
Yeah, that's part of the show. Honestly, I notice
Yes.
when it comes to interview shows, one thing comes to another. Life stories are being thrown around. There is a lot of
I mean,
questions
yeah.
answered. There is a lot of stuff like that. And it's just very cool and satisfying, in my personal
Yep.
opinion. So next week I'm going to be.
Links_owo said also I
Who will
found
be
the thing
next?
and signed up.
Oh, nice. Links also decided to sign up. Wonderful. But yeah,
But who will it be next week?
next week is going to be a lovely pal of mine, Dr. Punica. They
Dr. Puente?
Punica,
What?
Dr. Punica. They are
Okay, I
surgeon.
heard Dr. Putin. I was confused.
No, not. I'm not inviting. I'm not inviting our glorious leader
Do you
to
know
this.
what's the worst thing? Do you know what's the worst thing? Here we have a dish called poutine. Putin and poutine sound the same, so a shop went around and banned the word poutine. So we're like, what the fuck are we supposed to call it then?
Lovely.
It's a French Canadian gravy,
I know what
French
it is.
fries
I know
gravy.
what it is.
It's
I ate it
yeah,
before.
but like, what
I know what it
did
is.
you?
No,
Okay, I thought you said you hated it.
no, I ate it before.
Okay, see, this is what I mean when I mishear things.
Yeah. It's lovely.
Yeah.
It's lovely. I like this. But yeah, Dr. Punica, I actually was on their show before.
Sputnik? Sputnika or Putnika?
Punica.
Pony. Ponica. Okay.
Punica.
Stupid brain. Okay.
Yeah. You actually can see them in my server right now in the section of
Okay.
participant chat.
Oh no, are they freaking out again because we tried to pronounce their name 50 times?
Yeah, but
You
see,
said yeah.
that's how it is. Honestly, that's how it is with us. It's like
To be
even
honest, I didn't want to join your server, so I kind of muted everything. But since this went so well, might as well hang out. Unmute everything. Let all the light in or something.
yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like you were definitely cautious, but I'm glad that you decided you relaxed.
Well, to be honest, here's the thing on Twitter or anywhere. I don't like being forced. Like I don't do follow for follow. So like if I follow you, that's because I'm interested in you, and if you follow me, I have no obligation to follow you. Like
Absolutely
like
not.
initially, I was annoyed that you were like, "Hey, join my server." I'm like, "Fuck, really? Do I need to?" Like I don't want to join the server, then mute it and leave it there for eternity.
Yeah, I
But
feel like,
it's gonna.
yeah.
But this went so well, I might as well just stay.
I'm glad you think that. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that like I can count it as a success if my guest enjoyed the
Yes.
show, if my guest enjoyed the
Yes.
show, if my guest enjoyed the presence of myself. I'm really satisfied with this show, and I'm very glad that a lot of people decided to
Oh
tune
no,
in.
don't tell me. Did you get a scammer? How long have you been streaming? I can obviously help you with your streams. I can do assets or release emails, etc. You can contact me anytime.
Oh yeah, there was some scammers there, and
They suck.
yeah, and I actually kicked one from the server recently.
Yeah.
It's not
It
even
happens.
scanners. We call them bots. We call them bots.
Well, some of them appear like bots, and some of them appear actual. So,
No, we call all of them bots because all of them always place the GFX artist for some reason. I don't really understand why.
yeah, it sucks.
And they always swarm whenever someone mentions commission. They swarm the replies. They just like, oh, you want commissions? Get commissions. You want commissions? I can do commissions. But yeah, that's why a lot of people censor the word commissions, not because it's like offensive or anything.
Elon
because
Musk is saying that apparently they're getting purged right now. Maybe we should test one day.
I will be very glad when the day comes when the GFX
Hopefully he's
artists.
right, but we never know with this guy.
Yeah, we never know. But yeah, I think it was very enlightening, and I'm gonna be posting
Yep.
the VOD on the my main YouTube channel, and I'm gonna be posting like, or at least separate it into parts, or doing some editing. I will see.
I can't edit for shit, so that would be appreciated.
Yeah, I will. I will. If you want, I will send you the edited version. If you also want to put it
Oh
on
yeah, I
your.
could put it in my channel too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
want
that could
to.
be the video. When would that be ready?
Uh,
Like in a week?
yeah, some around the week. Definitely on until the next show. I'm gonna try to finish the cutting and doing some,
Okay.
adding some subtitles and stuff like that. They're just simple edits, just basically cutting out useless chunks, all that kind of stuff. Right, right.
Yeah.
So it actually is
Okay.
smoother, very smooth,
So we're
smooth.
gonna do like a compilation, like a 10-minute
Yeah,
VOD thing.
maybe like 20, 10, 20 minutes. So we like
Oh,
so
that's
like
fine. That's fine.
touch on some subjects. Uh, and people, if people want to watch that for this fully, they have the full VOD that is going to
Yeah,
be.
yeah. Do you highlight all your
I download the VODs and I go to place them on a specific VOD channel on YouTube. Actually,
Okay. I just highlight them all.
yeah, I think it's effective for future because highlights store only so much amount of stuff. My
No, no,
YouTube channel.
you can highlight the entire thing.
Yeah, highlights. I mean, store. You can only store so many highlights at once.
Oh, what's the max?
I don't know. I don't know, but I do know there is a max.
Oh, hang on, let me check. There's a max for highlights. Twitch max highlights. Is there a limit to highlights?
Oh,
The number of highlights is unlimited. The length. Uh, is there a highlight limit? There is no limit to the number of highlights you can have on your Twitch channel. Okay.
okay, interesting. Well, I still
Is-
find it more
and
convenient
then
to
of
do.
course, because I wrote Twitch, there's a 20 viewers a lot for Twitch. No,
No, thank you.
that is not what I tweeted Google. I mean, that is not what I searched Google.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
But yeah, I'm very glad this whole thing happened. And do you have
yeah, me
anyone
too.
you'd like to raid? Actually,
Uh,
that is your floor this time around because I usually have my own thing people I raid, but I this time around.
how about uh,
Write it in the participant chat if you want to.
I have no clue who to rate because all my followers. I mean,
You can rate someone
okay,
who
wait,
you
is that
follow.
who I think it is? Hang on. Oh, freaking ads. I mean, to be fair, that's what I suggest my user.
Yeah, yeah.
Why am I complaining about something I'm suggesting my user? That's hypocritical. Go away, Zippy.
That is very hypocritical.
Shut up. Oh, she is the cutie. Yes, yes. Okay, so I know who we're going to rate is Chewy Chio.
Ooh.
She's. Hang on. Oh crap! I left your stream.
Participant
Wait. Hang on.
chat. Place it in the participant chat in Discord.
Yeah, yeah.
Because,
It's that. That's her name.
oh, nice. Okay, let's see. Let's see.
Chewy Chio. She is currently playing. Where is she?
Yeah, let us see.
She's playing Stardew.
Oh, Chuichio. Let's see. I'm gonna mute.
She's a cutie.
Oh my
She's a
god.
really cute cutie.
Oh, that's very cute. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do that. We're gonna rate. Chewy. Chewy. First of all, I think I need to do this because so I automatically warp to there along with my channel. Chewy. Chio. Nice. I found it 7. Okay. I'm gonna start the raid, and while this whole thing happens, feel free to say anything. Any last words? Any last words?
Oh.
Raid message.
Not really. Well, it's a bit of self-promotion here. You can find me at on Twitch. I have socials too, and I stream on Fridays at 9 p.m. EST. For the Saturdays are also at 9 p.m. EST, and on Sundays at 4 p.m. EST.
And I give you a shout out as well while we're on it.
Did I get that? Because in French the names is
No, no, no.
Samedi and
It was you.
Dimanche.
I do actually see your profile picture when I click on it. So
No, but I meant, did I get the dates right? So Fridays is after Saturday is after Friday. Yes.
okay, all right. So out of what we finished the stream finally. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm gonna go into ending screen real quick. Fancy transition. I really glad we guys had a talk, and I'll see you guys basically next week on next show and on my stream. And say hello to Chewy. The raid message is welcome from the library, as usual.
Okay.
And throw some emails on top of it. All right, I'm gonna go now. It's gonna start
Let's
in a moment.
go.
We're gonna go in a second. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
And we're here.
I am not, because I'm gonna. Hello. Welcome from the library.
Hi, thank you so much for the raid. I don't know how to pronounce it. Theo. Here, wait, let me get a shout out. Yeah, hi. Oh my god, Zippy! Hi! Shout. I haven't done, I'm gonna try the new shout out command. Sorry, I'm slow at typing. I'm my only mod, what can I say? Oh my goodness, yes, we are playing Stardew Valley. ESX. Hopefully I spelled that right. Okay, there we go. Da-da-da-da. What were you guys playing over there? What were you doing? We are playing Stardew Valley. It's a farming game. Oh my god, that is so sweet. Yeah. Hello, welcome. We are pretty far in the game. All we need is this little item.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
well,
cool.
I'm gonna go now.